All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our monthly restream of DDR, and not the video game. This is Dungeon Door rule set. So this is a rule set that is in between standard and no item manipulation wrong warp. Exclamation point DDR in chat for an explanation of this rule set. And we are going to be joined today by part of the organizational team for DDR, Golden and Dobby. How are you two doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are everyone else doing?
I mean, I'm doing all right.
Was that to chat or to me? What?
Off to a great start.
Post 1 in chat if you are having a good day. If you're not having a good day, hopefully we'll fix that. So by the end of chat, you will be posting 1s.
Don't post any other numbers.
Post all the numbers.
Pi over 3, I think, would be the ideal number to post.
And also, we have delayed our monthly restream for DDR 1 week so that we could have Dotso and restream. So everyone be prepared to shame him if he does not showcase what we're referring to as Requiem's Sphere Zero, which is a really insane trick in Gerudo Valley using a chicken that would essentially allow you to get to Requiem immediately. So
yeah, Dotso has figured out.
Why is he changing his name to We're Late? This is not on me. Who still needs to ready? Oh no. All right, it'll click over soon.
Was it you? Was it
no,
you?
it was not me. I quit the race on time, and then Arthur and Mario had to ready. So it was not me. Did not do it.
It says the race has begun.
Yeah, so the delay will catch up. So now they're all started.
Oh, there we go.
We're like, I get it. We're like several seconds delayed. Okay.
By like 30 seconds, yes.
Awesome. All right.
So for those who haven't seen one of these before, DDR rule set, it's a glitch rule set that allows you to use a lot of movement glitches. There is a list of banned glitches overall, notably the most powerful glitches in the game, including things like get eye manipulation, reverse bottle adventure, etc. But allows most of the movement technology, with both within the dungeons and without. You are not allowed, however, to clip into dungeons, which are the ones with the blue warps, and you are also not allowed to clip into the boss rooms within the dungeons. Most of these tricks involve, that we'll be seeing, involve a decent amount of equipment. So for the first part, we'll be seeing a lot of the same openers as you would see for something like Standard, where the first goal is to just get items. The exception, of course, as we were mentioning, is going to be Dotso.
Yes.
We hope.
Dotso's been spending the past couple months trying to figure out ways to do everything possible within the rule set. So I'm very excited to see what, broken things he comes up with. So, of course, it could also be very disappointing. We'll see. I do expect, right at the beginning, a P-Hat super slide. And then he'll probably make his way out to Requiem to see what the song is there. So we already have some of the divergence en route. Tidou and Fanta are starting with Hyrule Field. I think Keymaker is going to work his way towards Deku Tree, it looks like. Maybe Dotso as well. Ooh, a Kokiri Sword. That's actually really helpful in the beginning.
They might have gotten early enough to actually remember to equip it.
Yeah.
One thing that happens a lot in the DDR rule set is, which you're about to see on Keymaker's side, is you can use a trick called Infinite Sword Glitch, which allows you to store, where you interrupt a crouch stab with some other animation, and it causes the sword to be infinitely stabbing. This allows you to use the Deku Stick infinitely without it breaking, which is very useful in the early game to collect a bunch of Deku Sticks.
Yes. And this also extends to sword and hammer, I think, too, right? Can you do that with hammer?
You can do that with hammer as well.
Yeah, basically anything you can crouch stab. We can see Dotso's doing the same thing. Fire Temple is foolish. Okay, maybe I should have played this week.
It's going to be foolish, but it's still going to be a medallion, and they're going to have to go through the entire thing to get the BK. Because that's how it works.
Yeah.
And on the other side, we saw Kokiri Forest was foolish.
I'm glad that's the worst, when you like clear out Kokiri Forest and then like you get the hint saying, oh, you know, you get the hint saying the Kokiri Forest is barren. All right, so looks like we have. It seems to be we have on Tito and Fanta. They're doing basically the same route where Keymaker and Dotso are doing their own route. Okay, bomb shoes at Richard Z.
Bomb shoes are very nice to find in DDR. You can use them for a lot of tricks. Mostly things like mega flips, which allow you to get extra distance where you're not supposed to. They're also just useful as explosive until you find bombs.
Lens. You know, I don't remember the settings for lens. Is it I know it's chess minigame, but do we also turn it on for Wasteland?
I don't believe so. I believe.
Well, for so this is technically the weekly settings. So it is for chess minigame and crossing Wasteland, technically in logic, even though a lot of people do know lensless Wasteland. It is not required for Shadow Temple or Bottom of the Well.
Okay. Skullmask has fire arrows. That could be important for Shadow Temple if Dins is in a disgusting location. Because in this rule set, fire arrow entry into Shadow Temple is allowed. In fact, you can also do, if you can get up onto the ledge, you can also do Shadow Temple as child by using quick put away. Just so some other options to getting into Shadow Temple beyond having to find Din's fire.
In general, DDR allows for a lot of different mechanisms in order to access the dungeons. Basically, anything that is completing the quote-unquote puzzle to open it up and then get through the door is allowed.
I did not know you could jump across that gap without something to jump slash with. Interesting strat from Tidu. Yeah, that's right. Imagine skull masks for fire arrow entry being faster than finding Dins. That's a good point, RJ. That would be disgusting.
It will depend, obviously, where Din's fire is. Having a known location for access is always good. Yeah, we found T2 found Serenade on Zelda's Lullaby. In general, for DDR, there are songs that are useful. In particular, depending on the dungeon layout, Zelda's Lullaby might be required. But in this case, warp songs tend to more be a convenience than anything else.
Magic in Deku Tree. That'll be very helpful. Magic is one of the items you still need to beat the game because you need it for light arrows to beat Ganondorf. I think there's some items that you can't get around, like you still can't get around Hammer for Volvagia if you have to fight Volvagia. You can't get around Mirror Shield for Twinrova. You can't get around Boomerang for Baronade. And that's almost irrelevant of the rule set. I mean, if those items are absolutely required for those bosses. I don't think there's any glitches that exist to get around that. Now, of course, you could if BA was allowed, Bottle Adventure was allowed, then you could do that for some some of those items, but that's not allowed in this rule set. And we have Tidou checking the medallions. So let's see, our stones are, let's see, Shadow, Fire, and DC, it looks like.
And feel free, if you have any questions in chat, Ellie, feel free to ask us. We do have chat open, so if you have any questions, we would be happy to help answer them. We understand this is definitely very different from someone who might be used to standard, so more than welcome to ask any questions you might have.
Fanta has Bolero at Epona Song. Okay, King Zora's dead.
I don't think King Zora's dead. I think he's actually just frozen in ice. Like, you can defrost him, and he's still perfectly alive.
Thank you, Dobby.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. It is unfortunate, since we do know that... There we go.
The P-Hat Super Slide. Yeah, Dotso's... The beginning of the disgusting strats.
Oh.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Oh, you're not backwalking, are you?
Oh, come on! No! Okay, that's it. Just cut his stream. Just cut it.
Yeah, just... Reset Dotso, or...
Excuse me for a second, we may have technical difficulties as I switch in another runner on top of Dotso right now.
He's bare minimum. He has to get the Kuko entry into Gerudo Valley's Child.
Yeah. But
he has a chance for redemption, but we'll see.
There is redemption.
So I don't know who saw, but Bo was found in the back of Lon Lon by Fanta.
I was too busy shaming Dotso, I missed it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's gonna be an important item to find. I'm assuming there's not another one available.
As Golden was mentioning previously, we do know for sure, regardless of the seed, you still need the items to beat Ganondorf in DDR. So you still need, regardless of the seed, you need bow, you need magic, you need light arrows. Light arrows, there'll be a hint for on Ganondorf. That's where you can find them. But you will need to find the other two somewhere in the world.
So,
Here
for example... Okay,
oh, go ahead, because Dotso's not doing what I thought he was doing.
Oh, he's wimping out.
No, he's probably doing this first. He takes look out of bounds.
Okay. So 50 Skulls is dead. So for example, in this seed, Spirit Temple is required. It's one of the medallions. So that means the runners will have to find Mirror Shield. Jabu is also required, so they'll also have to find Boomerang. And generally, so Keymaker not doing very well at Slingshot minigame. Why are you just wasting all your bullets? Why don't you just keep playing to get the free game?
He's got probably because he has the extra move speed,
yeah.
it's faster.
Keymaker shame. I just keep playing because I'm cheap. So, ooh, we got a wallet.
So yeah, so we see Dotso here is going to be doing a flip to get out of bounds. This is just a very fast way to get back up to the top rather than having to circle all the way around. So now he's likely going to be going for the strat that we mentioned previously. You can use a Kuko with a precise jump in order to get over the gate that normally bars you from accessing the inside of Gerudo Fortress as Child. With you using the Kuko and some precise jumps, you're able to get over that. You can also do it with a Mega Flip, which Tito and Fanta would be able to do.
Here we go. But the sad part about this is that Tito just found Requiem on Song of Storms, so...
Who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares? We're doing cool things.
This is an example where this glitch will definitely not save time. But it's cool, so who cares?
We always go for the swag strip.
is why it's 100% required in DDR rule set to use Cuckoo Dive into Bomb the Well. Oh, and you got
Oh, it got caught!
Oh,
No!
F.
F to pay respect.
No. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna do it again. Oh man. That
Meanwhile,
sucked.
on Tito's stream, he just found strength at Graveyard.
Oh, Ocarina of Time is Song of Storms. I'm gonna leave the command as I have it. Something probably useless.
There, in what Chihiro's referencing is that in DDR we are able to very easily clip into the bottom of a well without needing Song of Storms, and so there are only 2 checks in the entire game that Song of Storms opens up. So the chances that that is going to be needed are quite low.
3.
Our players would have to be pretty desperate to go for that.
There's 3 checks that Song of Storms opens. It's the 2 grottos and frogs. Frogs
Always
1.
forget the frogs every time.
Frogs is fun. Yeah. Let's hope we get a river foolish. They haven't found any way the hero, right?
They found Goron City.
Oh, Goron City. Okay, I did miss one then.
I saw Dead Hand, but I didn't see what the item was.
I think someone in chat said that it's dead. Which makes sense, because Dead Hand is very dead. It's literally in his name.
Which Dead Hand?
Yes. But at bottom of the well, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, oh my god. I wrote way the hero is Dead Hand because I was not paying attention because that's like what you guys were saying.
Santa's gonna get his magic
not
here.
Goron City. I swear I know what I'm doing. Thanks for doing that, Tom. It's fixed. This is why I can't do multiple things at the same time.
There you go. I redeemed it for you. Now you can see the proper one.
Thank you, Dobby.
Note for anyone viewing the VOD later, it has been fixed.
Keymaker got his strength.
Open Lake T2 is going for a clip. Something I found out about actually last stream is that you were able to clip into this little alcove with the item and save an explosive.
Never mind the fact that he has 18 shoes, but
There have been seeds where in DDR we go through the entire thing without finding a bomb bag and instead use choose for things like Fire Temple. So it is generally a good idea to save choose where you can. That usually doesn't happen, but it can.
oh, and also he's gonna burn a bunch here. And Goron City is Way of the Hero, so there's a good chance that we'll find a good item back here.
That is likely why T2 is on board. That's clearly Way of the Hero.
That was it. That was it. Yeah. That too. See if we can do.
Just right there.
Okay.
It is possible to use a technique called a Hess, or Hyperextended Super Slide, with an explosive. It's a trick that lets you get a lot of speed moving backwards. You can use that in order to clip past those rocks, but that is more difficult to do with shoes versus having bombs. So frequently most runners don't go for that unless they have oh, there's those bombs.
I guess he's gonna go back. He might try to Hess now if he has a shield. He does. Okay.
He did buy a shield because he is not part of Team Never Buy a Shield. But not going to have. So it seems like that 30 skull bomb bag is not really relevant. So not a skull seed today.
The other factor that might be the case, since we know that this 30 skulls is a bomb bag, that might mean that Way of the Hero isn't for that bomb bag, since I believe you can get 30 bombs generally without needing a bomb bag.
Really?
It might be some weird situation that, that it technically requires it to get like hook shot or boomerang, but we'll have to see.
Dobby, please explain to me how you can get 30 bombs without a bomb bag.
32s, that one.
32?
Goddamn. Sculptura tokens. There we go.
I like the
Eventually
32s.
we're doing it. It's too early in the morning,
that
guys.
one. Yes, I agree with you.
Oh, radical strats from Dotso.
Ooh, we're going for radical strats? Nice. So if you are fast, you are able to jump directly into a wall repeatedly. That's RNG manipulation. But then you're able to light all these torches, and then after lighting the torches, dive with them. So it looks like he might have...
He gave up on it.
He might give up on it and just lit that torch instead.
Dotso having a really good seed this run.
It's the curse of Restream.
Yeah.
And also, we shamed him repeatedly, so maybe that also was part of it. But he did do the Requiem 0-0, so we'll allow it. Maybe we'll undo our shame so that he can have a better seed.
I saw something about Sun Song.
Sun Song Grave was a piece of heart, so that was a
Okay.
sometimes hint.
Okay.
Yes, we do have a Ganon's Castle Wave the Hero.
Interesting.
Interesting. I saw GC and I was like, yeah, I know Goron City's Way the Hero. What are you talking about? Whatever's Way the Hero in Ganon's Castle has to lead to light arrows.
Yeah, because light arrows cannot be directly hinted because you get the hint from Ganon himself.
That's interesting. That is very interesting. I'm excited to see what that does.
Oh, and we found Greg, guys. Seed validated.
Found the
meme for that. I could do that one. Hold on. I could do that.
And Keymaker going to DC, even though it is a stone dungeon.
And he doesn't have bombs.
And he doesn't have bombs.
He does have strength, though, so it is still a decently fast assortment of items. Ooh, I don't know if that's going to count for Fanta. Hopefully it does. I think so. I think it will count. Yeah.
Fanta also looking for whatever items in Goron City.
We also see on T2's side, he just did a trick called Meth Flip, which Dotso is about to do as well, where you use the invincibility frames from rolling, combined with an explosion. Basically gives you a giant burst of speed backwards that you can use to get a backflip that has extra distance.
I didn't know you can mega flip that over that. Although T2 did a mega side hop, I think, to get past the boulders.
Yeah.
Which mega side hops are a little bit easier to learn, but they don't go as far. Oh yeah, big money.
He actually has a wallet that can hold it, too.
Toilet Bowl is dead.
GTG is another one that's very interesting in DDR, as we are able to get to GTG quite a lot sooner than anticipated. Basically, you can get there with just a hook shot, or you can get there with explosives and hover boots, or you can get there the intended ways, quote unquote. So there are lots of options to get there, and once in there are lots of tricks you can do to help skip items. On Fanta's side, we do see him right now going for the Hess, as we were mentioning. This is a technique that gives you a lot of backwards momentum using explosive, and it lets you clip through these rocks. And right there, we saw him just clip right through.
Let's see what it is. Din's Fire.
That's probably our way of the hero.
That's probably the way of the hero.
Oh, Stone Shadow.
Mm.
Ooh, oof.
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 Here it comes. What's in Stone Shadow? Yeah, Stone Shadow is a free way to hero top.
Yeah, especially when Shiro rolls the seeds.
Yes.
Or, in this
Indeed.
case, when Shiro tells the bot to roll the seeds, apparently it still counts.
I swear I didn't do it.
Lies.
Has Dalto even got
Lies.
his ult yet?
No, not yet.
Looks like he's about to, though.
Looks like he is going to get a head start on that old dungeons in DC right now. I don't think so. We did find a strength 2 in DC at least, so another hint that our items are going to be spread across all of our stone dungeons probably. And was that domain or fountain that was foolish? And Tita just read a hint in Sacred Forest Meadow. Fountain. Thanks, VXR.
I've got someone paying attention to the hints.
Snarky also wanting me to mention that he got Strength 2. Something that in DDR tends not to be super useful. You can skip basically every single usage of Strength 2. And most of the Strength 1 usages as well. So we'll see if that ends up coming into play.
Alright, let's see what's at Requiem. What Datso is missing. Maybe.
Blue gauntlets, best gauntlets.
And Requiem has Song of Time. Maybe it's a good thing that Datso didn't get get that.
Yeah, that is not one of the most ideal songs you'd want from that. Song of Time is another item that can be basically skipped in every single DDR seed.
Mm-hmm.
There are exceptions for like some very wacky combinations, but in general, it can be skipped.
We get a view of what's on top of the Requiem pillar.
T2
Maybe
plays
not.
on VC, so we might
That
actually
was
be able
hard
to see it.
tell. Was that a hook shot?
It looks like a blue rupee.
It looked a little dark for it. I know there's an emote that would be very appropriate to be posted right now for that. For something we can't see. There you go.
You're welcome. I got you.
It
Got my
did
sword
look like a
here.
hook shot to me, though. Wait, did we just get a real Shadow Way of the hero? What?
Shadow is not explicitly mentioned as Way of the Hero. It's through Din's Fire that we suspect it'll be Way of the Hero.
No, I don't know. I think we actually did get a hint that Stone Shadow is actually Way of the Hero hinted.
Oh, that would suck.
But
Oof. Key going risky here with not much time left on his. Then to get this item. Nice. Nicely
get
done.
DL, see, that's an important item to get. Or song, I guess.
So we have all of our hints?
I'm missing one Way of the Hero hint. Or I guess we
Cax.
said it with Shadow.
So, Goron City, Gideon's Castle, DMC, yeah, Cac and Shadow.
So, can the hints work like that? That an item can be hinted as Way of the Hero that can gain you access to another Way of the Hero location?
I don't see why not. It's not. In this case, it was definitely an implicit Way of the Hero that we knew that it was for that. Whereas instead of being explicit one, so
Well, because
the game just wanted to be very explicit.
oh, T2.
Listen, look, it's not her fault for the item stuff.
Oh no, it's just
Second one is
She just
better.
runs the store. It's
not
her
having a shield to do that.
Oh, not gonna get the choose. Okay, bye choose.
With this many chews and bombs, I'm not surprised.
Ganon Castle Way of the Hero, that is correct.
And either way, GC Way of the Hero, yes. It doesn't matter which one you mean, yes.
That is true.
It hurt me
Actually,
spiritually that Tiku just used a chew to kill the Skulltula. One single solitary Skulltula, it kind of hurt me spiritually. Not gonna lie.
Didn't Tiku get Kokiri's sword too?
I believe so. I think you're right. So when we mentioned that they might remember to equip the Kokiri sword they got early, that's a note.
Why use a sword when you can use a stick?
Or apparently explosives.
Why use a non-consumable item when you can use a consumable item?
5 head.
Fanta checking the medallions. Is Dotso not gotten... I guess Dotso hasn't done the ZL check, huh?
No, not yet.
Dotso attempted the Zero Requiem, but got caught by the guards on the other side of the fence, and so then bailed out.
Which
We did get to see the Kuko over the fence though, so you know it's acceptable. There's like a little bit of shame, but not that much. Not as much as missing P Hat Super Slide.
No one's gone to bottom of the well yet. Have we actually had a restream where someone actually Koku dives into bottom of the well successfully?
Yes, Keymaker has done it.
Okay.
That's why everyone wanted Keymaker to win that time.
He won in our hearts. That's all that matters.
He won in our hearts. Oh, T2 doing it again. Oh.
So I guess right now in the seed, it's mostly people doing checks that other people have already done. Everyone's doing the kind of swap positions now. Why does everyone start with a brown metal? I've never heard it called that before. That's the Spirit Medallion.
In the vanilla game, you start with when you first pull the Master Sword, you get the Light Medallion for free. But in this case, they randomize it, and instead of you getting it when you pull the Master Sword, you get it when you start the game.
That was a very fancy way of saying that, Golden.
Link of the Gorons. What?
I just said Link the Goron. That's less words. They're gonna get their bow.
So while people are circling, it's probably a good time to mention the kind of items that we're going to be expecting the players to need. We know that we know that the medallions, we've got Deku Tree, as well as Jabu, Forest, Water, and Spirit. So we know that we're going to need, for Queen Goma, like in Standard, you're not really going to need much of anything. For Baronade, they are going to need to find the Boomerang. In DDR, you are still required to have Boomerang for that. You're also required to beat it as Child. You do not, however, need to find Ruto's Letter. That's completely optional.
Yeah.
For Temple, they're going to need to find Hookshot in order to gain access to into it. Once they're inside, the items will vary. They probably won't need Strength, but they're going to have it anyway. We might also see some of them do strategies in order to get to the boss early using a bottle, so that we will see. But bare minimum, they will definitely need Hookshot for that. For Morpha, they're going to need a Hookshot in order to gain access, as well as to get to the boss door. They're going to need either Longshot or Hover Boots. And then for Spirit Temple, they're going to need the Mirror Shield for sure, as well as some item to access the adult side. That can either be the Strength 2, just to push the block normally, or it can be done with Bombs and Hover Boots.
I'm really curious to see how this logic's going to work out for the for Ganon's Castle. because the implication is that there's nothing in. The implication is that there's no way to get light arrows without whatever items in Ganon's castle.
Thank you, Delilah Diddy, for subscribing at tier 1.
I'm trying to figure out what it could be. I'm stuck on this now. It could be that Strength 3 is in Ganon's castle, and then Light Arrows is behind one of the strength blocks.
I do hope then that we'll see someone clip into outside Ganon's castle fairy to see if maybe it's related for that.
That's probably be going through be going through my mind right now. But I would need. No, you can do it with bombs. You can do it with just a bomb. Clip into that.
Oh, and super slide?
No, it's a bomb clip. You just gotta stand in a specific location and angle, and then just let a bomb explode in your hand. It'll push you into the loading zone.
Another possibility for Ganon's castle, which would be really annoying, is if Hammer's in there for light arrows in Fire Temple.
No, Fire Temple's foolish.
The Fire Temple is a stone, so it would be Hammer to complete fire to get light arrows in the well.
Oof, that would be some gross logic.
Oh no, don't say that. Oh, that's probably what's gonna happen
out there
now.
In the world, can't take it back.
No. Oh no! Oh, that's what it's gonna be. Oh my god! Oh. No, because
I'm just gonna sit here and laugh.
Someone's gonna have to go to bottom of the well now, because now I'm curious to know. Because if it's something like on Frogs 1, then you for sure have to go back and do all that.
That would definitely be extraordinarily gross.
Also clearing out Lost Woods, which I don't think anyone has done yet. Never mind, Fanta did, apparently.
Apparently T2 has now remembered that he has the sword, so stopped using shoes to kill Skulltulas.
I mean, understandable, shoes are precious, but you also have bombs.
In general, for the purposes of tricks, bombs tend to be more useful than shoes. But the one exception is for mega flips. There's a very easy strat that you can do with shoes, as long as you have a console that allows you to pause buffer effectively. Then it's very easy to do since there are very clear visual cues you can use.
Is everyone's Ocarina game the same?
Are they?
I don't know. I'm just. Okay. I thought Altos looked the same as Tito's.
Oh, did Key not get the 132? Aw, rip.
Feels bad, man.
Oh wait, no, we probably used Lens because Lens was in Deku. I just wasn't paying attention.
Oh, FW had the Ocarina game, which I think someone else may have already gotten.
Like in Standard, FW is a nice quality of life item to have, but it isn't really necessary for anything. It just makes some overworld movement, or not overworld movement to dungeons a little bit faster.
I find it very helpful for clearing out fire really quickly.
We don't want them to go into fire, so it's good. They don't need it for that, right?
Right. Do the fire. Go to fire. Well, I mean, like it's barren, but technically, with Stone Shadow already, Way of the Hero, something is on PD.
Song of Storms on Song of Time is the scariest song. Because you have to sit there and wonder, is there something in the bottom of the well? Or is there one of the 3 checks that I need Song of Storms for?
Don't worry, I'm sure if it is, we're in one of the grottos, Dotso will pull out some DDR strat in order to access those grottos early.
Who got hookshot?
Apparently Keymaker did.
Where was Hookshot?
Where was hookshot? Was it a Din's Fire Fairy?
Oh, Din's Fairy then. Yeah. Because right now he's in Castle. Ooh, interesting.
Very interesting.
It's kind of a gross location for that.
It's kind of a... ZL was at Bolero. Yeah, because he's been kind of anti-3 songs route. So in this case, that helps him because now he can come back and do... I think he may have been the only one with ZL on the way coming through here. Vanilla Sari's song. Tito almost got getting ZL for the Ocarina game. And Fanta getting their second strength. Okay, I think I have all the hints in the game.
So we see at this point we have another point where a lot of our players are just circling and doing checks that the others have already done. So now's probably a good time to remind people that if they didn't tune in right at the start, that they're currently watching the DDR restream for the OoTR races. DDR rule set is a glitched rule set that allows for overworld movement glitches as well as in-dungeon movement glitches. It bans some of the most powerful glitches in the game, stuff like get item manipulation, RBA. As of recently, also explicitly bans arbitrary code execution. But it also requires you to open the doors to get into dungeons and get them through the most quote-unquote intended way, as well as requiring you to open boss doors using the boss game. If you're watching this and are interested to learn some of these techniques and these glitches, we have a channel in the OoTR Discord. In order to learn, you can just post in there, and people will be more than happy to help you.
Fanta about to get their bomb bag from Link of the Gorons.
One thing that's interesting is I don't think we've seen any of our players do a Hess through Hyrule Field yet, which is one of the most visually impressive parts where you can use Hess.
Why is everyone making fun of me about this? Isn't his name Link of the Gorons? Isn't that what he says what his name is?
I mean, I think he just says his name is Link. And he is of the Gorons.
Oh, okay. This is confusing. I type in Google Link of the Gorons, and I get one link that says Link of the Goron, and the next one says Link of the Gorons.
I guess Snarky is giving the formal title, but I think also, Golden, we're just trying to just be fun. As Snarky said, our whole point is just to heckle the two of you the entire time.
Oh, I
yes.
see.
If you think that the correct terminology is Link of the Gorons, press 1 in chat. If you think the correct terminology is Link the Goron, press 2 in chat. If you think it's something else, type that in and then, for fun, add a 3 on the end. So apparently, Tomotak thinks the name is blank. It's a weird name, but I mean, hey.
Blank's a good name.
It's not as good a name as Blank A. Come on, Dotso. You can do. Go for the P hat. Go for the hat.
Oh no, he didn't do
yes,
this. Oh, wait.
Baby. Oh,
There's poles?
Nice. Oh, he didn't get it.
Man.
Shame again. So what he's trying to do there is, you normally use a bomb in order to count for the damage that you use for Super Slide. So if you have invincibility frames and you shield and you try to grab an item all at the same time, the game just gets real confused and just gives you a bunch of backward speed. What he was trying to do there, instead of using a bomb for both the damage and the grabbing source, is he's using a P hat for the damage and a shrub for the item that you can grab.
No one's done anything in the Goron pot, I don't think. I think Tito's ready to do that. Has Tito gotten Saria's song?
Yes, and
so.
they have checked Skull Kid and just did Darunia, and they were nothing of worth for either. Oh, a slingshot.
Slingshot. Now he can go fight Goma.
Deku's now in Logic.
Man, that kind of...
As all 4 of our runners have already done
it. Wait. I just realized... So, the reason why Din's Fire might be Way of the Heroes for the theory that we have about Ganon's Castle, too. Also because there might be something...
Oh, Shadow Trial.
Well, it can't be Shadow Trial because you need a long shot for water. Or is that in logic? I don't know the logic for trials.
Well, it's Dins or fire arrows. It depends on what you...
So logic dictates that you have to light the torches in Shadow Trial. Question mark.
The torch. The one torch.
So you can't... Because you can technically long shot across all that and then hover boots the rest of the way.
Assuming they have hover boots.
Assuming they have hover boots.
Worst trial, you don't need Dins because you get the item just by killing the Wolfos, so not necessarily, because you don't have to actually complete the trial.
Oh, we got Dotso, who did a Cuckoo dive, or did a Navi dive to bottom of the well. This will be interesting. And then we have Tito doing Child Spirit. So let's see, if Light Arrows is down here, then...
There's actual pull for it.
You didn't notice that?
No, I didn't notice there's actual pull. That's amazing. But yes, we do see light arrows.
Oh my god! My dream will live! It's that Ganon's castle way to the hero with her hammer to get the fire!
Oh no!
My dream is alive!
Oh no!
Oh my god! Please let that be so.
That would be so good.
Oh no!
Oh my god! I am so happy. You have no idea. So happy.
Oh, that's so bad. I mean, it's not as bad as it could be, but
it's pretty bad.
Amazing.
That's pretty bad. So
it's one of those cases that would be really bad for standard, but for us it's just bad because it means you lose out on hints. But oh boy, would that be pretty gross.
So which runner is going to get all the way to Ganon's castle before the final puzzle piece drops into place for them?
And the controller goes across the room.
And the controller goes across the room. I'm surprised Keymaker hasn't gone. He's been eager to do bottom of the well early into the seed. He might do it after he's done here in Goron City. Keymaker can't figure out the Goron pot. He's gonna get a neutral face again, probably. Yeah, it's like the first Check.
Yeah,
I'm having fun watching
fire explosives or Zelda.
I'm having fun watching Keymaker try to figure out the Goron pot. You do it when the smiley face is facing towards you. That's probably gonna be an angry face. Okay, Datsu's doing... Oh, I thought he was doing actor glitch. Never mind. There's a glitch in bottom of the well where you can sort of fake open that door into that room with the BMOS, and it'll unload. It'll put you back into the main room with everything unloaded, and that allows you to skip the water, which is good if you don't have ZL.
We might actually see him go for it, because I don't think Datsu has Zelda's Lullaby.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he has ZL. Keymaker's still struggling with the Goron pot. He's probably complaining right now.
That's my usual assumption about Keymaker, is he's probably complaining at this moment. That would feel probably.
He's saying, it's impressive how much of a waste of time this has been. There we go. Fanta about to get... Fanta about to get their hook shot. Yeah, that's such a gross place for a hook shot. Is Happy Fours in this race?
I don't think so.
Oh, what a loser.
Yeah, he doesn't get the heart piece that calls him a winner, and so thus you are clearly a loser if you don't get the winner. That's how it works, right? Does that mean we're all losers too, Feels Bad Man?
That's a good point, Joe Backup 93. I think those who have hookshot and bow can go do Forest Temple now.
In DDR, we do see a lot of players will tend to push that off until they have Bottle, so that way they can do a trick in order to skip the Poe cutscene at the start. I know, notably, my co-commentator is notorious for doing that, and will reset endlessly until he gets it.
Yes, because I mean, why wouldn't you? You can save right before you walk into the room, and if it doesn't work, what in the world is Datsu doing?
Wasting time.
Why wouldn't you? Because you can, if you mess up, you just reset, and you only lose a couple seconds, but it ends up saving you time overall, for the most part. Unless you do have to do it 3 or 4 times. Because being able to skip the basement in Forest Temple means that, or being able to get into the basement early means that you can skip 2 Poes.
Since you do, in DDR, you do have to find the boss key. That trick, what allows you to, main thing it allows you to do all the time is skip the last 2 Poes. You never have to beat them. You do still have to go find the boss key, which can neither be in the first room, or it can be in, like, the last room, and you don't save time on that side. But regardless, it does mean you don't have to beat the 2 Poes. Teammaker's struggling with his target, too. You can do it, Key. There you go.
Tito gonna do radical strats.
You do see on Fanta Take side, he just went for a super slide. Oh, into an ESS. Nice. If you drop bombs and you roll into them at a precise time, you're able to shield that explosion and get a huge burst of speed backwards. And that gets you quite a lot of speed, but it can only go in a completely straight line You can then use a trick called ESS, or Extended Super Slide, where you hold just off from neutral on the control stick, and that lets you preserve your speed and change your angle. It is a little bit slower though than using the full Super Slide or a full test.
Datsu's finally adult, it looks like. Have we found the item that's Way the Hero in CAC? Has anyone found the item?
The real item was the friends we made along the way.
Aww. I think this was the only one that I don't remember seeing in CAC. If this is not it, then it looks like it's either on chickens, or it would be Requiem. Probably on chickens.
I hope it's on chickens, personally.
How could it be
Boomerang?
How could it be Requiem when Lens and Magic were so early?
That also is very true.
Unless it's something in Child Spirit, which I didn't see what Tidu got in Child Spirit when he went.
He just got a scale.
Which he's going to use right now to go see what's at the root of letter spot.
Yeah, I don't know if we saw any keys on
like
Child Spirit side. I don't think we did.
One. I think just one.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
in which case, I think we just need one required. Logically, Child Spirit. Is that
What is
Mirror
it
Shield?
diving for? What is this?
It looks like Mirror
Or
Shield.
was a nut. Is it Mirror Shield?
I think it's Mirror.
It is
Yeah,
a Mirror Shield.
That's probably it then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that sucks. So the logic is that you need Requiem to do Child Spirit to get the Zora scale, which was in Child Spirit, in order to dive and get the Mirror Shield, to go back to Spirit Temple and beat Spirit Temple to get the medallion there. Which the medallion opens the bridge, which will get you into Ganon's castle, which is where you'll find Hammer, which will allow you to beat Fire Temple in order to get the Song of Storms, in order to go to the bottom of the well and get Light Arrows, so you can go defeat Ganondorf.
Sounds about right.
That's a
That seems
nice chain.
Man, if only I could keep track of the logic like that while I'm playing.
It's a lot harder to do when you're also concentrating on, playing.
Yeah. And also when you don't have, 3 other people to go off of. Which, that would be an interesting race if you had 4 people racing each other, but each of them can look at each other's screens. So that way they can gain information off of the other people.
So tune in next week when Golden starts a new tournament with with this rule set, because he doesn't have enough projects already, so he's adding more.
Yeah. Datsu getting his first strength.
Yes, Datsu did the Navi dive in order to get there. This game is weird in how it handles cutscenes, in that it'll basically just have Link just do a dead stop and ignore some collision, in particular the collision from water. So you can use the several cutscenes and use that in order to go through the water that blocks your way to the bottom of the well. The most common one is, and the most proper one that is objectively correct, is to use Cuckoo Dive, which uses a cutscene from the chickens getting mad at you. But the second best option is to Navi Dive, where you call Navi, and while talking to her, you just plummet straight down. And dead last is, of course, to use Song of Storms to get into bottom of the well, but that is actively banned.
So fans are working their way through Forest Temple. Which without a bottle, so that means they'll have to kill all 4 Poes in order to get to the boss door. Keymaker doing Sun's Grave.
Loses you track one of the keys too. We'll see
Minuet.
finding their hook shot. I was initially very confused. I'm like, wait, T2, that's not Zelda's Lullaby. No, he's playing a warp song. Oh, we see Keymaker also going into Forest Temple.
Without a bottle.
So he's also
game.
opting to not use the cutscene skip.
He's also working his way into DC, which will allow him to get his second strength. It seems like the play here is to go to Spirit Temple. Who was it that got Mirror Shield? Was it T2? Yeah.
T2.
I just realized Dots was the only one that changes to it color.
Also does... I don't think any individual one of our players has Mirror Shield and the ability to get to Adult Side Spirit. Because T2 has Mirror Shield, but doesn't have Strength 2 or Hover Boots. And I think the only player that we have that has Strength 2 is Keymaker. He doesn't have Mirror Shield.
This is going to be for some of these people, it's going to be a very long stretch of logic to go find the prerequisite items to go beat Spirit Temple. Because, doing, Fanta and Keymaker are well into Forest right now. And Dotso hasn't even gotten second strength yet, but he will in a second. But it's like, at what point do you just say that I need to go to Spirit Temple, or go to Child Spirit in order to get the Zora scale to get Mirror Shield? T2's closest to that, but when is he going to decide to go do DC? That's the next question. And that's right, folks. We've made it 1 hour through. I didn't know you could weird shot there. I guess it makes sense, but I never thought to do that. T2 getting his Din's Fire. Anyway, as I was saying, congratulations, we made it 1 hour without killing each other.
Poggers.
Pog.
Don't worry, I've got a fairy. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, and looks like T2 might actually be opting... might be opting for outside? How are you getting through there?
Oh.
Interesting.
This is going to be interesting, whatever he's doing.
Is he doing...
I did do a bomb super...
Oh, he's doing a choose super slide?
I have seen...
I thought you needed hover bits for this. Interesting.
Either that or he doesn't realize he doesn't have hover boots.
Technically, depending on your angle. No,
oh.
you don't technically
Oh,
need it.
wow,
You
that
can
is...
jump slash, but it...
That is a very cool looking trick. I want to learn that one. That looks so cool.
That's extremely helpful, actually.
Apparently, the T2 does not need hover boots or strength 2, so just decide to do this now.
So T2 can full clear Spirit.
Yeah. So that'll put him pretty far ahead, I think. Because he's the only... I don't know if anyone else went to Hylia and saw that the... But, I mean, the question is where are you going to find Zora scale? That's the big question, and for everyone else. And it's just like, when do you decide to do Child Spirit? Like, when do you figure out that Requiem was the way the hero in CAC.
We also still have yet to find Boomerang, and so it might come down to who gets lucky and finds Boomerang, since that is going to be 100% required in this seed.
Oh, Boomerang's the one that's in Ganon's castle. What? Contortion hover is in
Boomerang
logic?
in Ganon's castle, because Boomerang is one of the
Probably going to
medallions.
be in Shadow, though.
Now, Boomerang could be in Shadow. That's definitely possible.
Who's gonna hook shot jump? Someone's gonna do it.
Oh yeah, I guess Nocturne's also sort of required.
I mean, logically, yes. But who needs logic? Overrated.
I guess Boomerang would probably be the thing hiding in Shadow, huh?
And Ruda's letter tend to hide in Stone Shadow quite often.
It's also still possible we don't know where Longshot is, and Longshot is logically required in this seed.
Yeah. Man, this is a long seed for Standard. It's probably also a long seed for DDR.
We'll let you know at the end of the race.
5 hours later. Dotso finally getting his bomb bag. Another quiver in Spirit. And a red rupee. Dotso buying Brown Tunic.
At the low hearts, it's not
Tunic,
that bad. I think it's basically to see what color it is. That's the real value. Also, man, that's bright. That's color.
like
Yeah.
like pea yellow.
Because we don't have to talk about the other. But it is insanely bright, even for VC.
Yeah, it's like... Ugh.
One thing to note that I'm very confident that Dotso has done. There are also issues with weird shots and randomizing the tunic colors. There are some colors that you can pick that cause VC and some emulators to crash. Notably, if the green value is above, I think it's like OX98, something like that. So if there's too much green, the VC and emulator can crash when you do weird shots. So just be careful if you play on those and plan on weird shot to set your specifically your Hylian tunic. It has to be.
I don't know if Dotso. Oh, there's another bomb bag in Spirit Temple. I don't know if Dotso I think that's the first time Dotso's seen that hint, that Ganon Castle's way to hero. He may be piecing together now that this is an all dungeon seed for light arrows. And he just got super lucky doing the bottom of the well dive.
I'm really still hoping for that chain of logic to be that awful, where you have to go get the hammer in Castle to go get the storms to get...
I don't know what else it could possibly be, because if you can only do if it's for Song of, because we know we need Song of Storms to get the light arrows, so we know it's an all dungeon seed. So and the only way I can see there being any sort of item in Ganon's castle that's way of the hero is if it's to defeat one of the stone dungeons to get light arrows. That's the only thing it can be, I think. And we know.
I think there's something that would be acquired for like another small check. Something like it's possible that it could be strength 3 for the check like outside. Or I don't know if it's possible for it to be strength 3 to get light arrows in. Well, we know that's not the case, but if it is technically possible to get strength 3 in Ganon's castle to get light arrows also in Ganon's castle.
Yeah,
it would be, yes.
I think
it's possible.
Whatever item is in Ganon's castle is either going to be hammer or it's going to lead to hammer. One of the two.
Yeah, it would technically also be possible for hovers, depending on where the useful item is in Shadow Temple. Because if it's at the point before you need hover boots, then technically the game could give you hover boots to beat Shadow.
Might have fan to skip that check. I don't know. don't see any reason why he would skip that chest. Unless he
Probably
knew...
forgot it. I don't see anyone deliberately skipping.
Yeah. There's no reason I can think of. There was, sorry, you bring that up. Early, I think it was in the version 3.0 or maybe even before that, there was a standard race where all the runners, they collected all the medallions and got all the way to Ganondorf to get the light arrows hint. And Ganondorf said it was in Water Temple, which is one of the medallion dungeons. And they're like, wait a second. So they had to piece it together. What ended up being was that the light arrows were in the river chest behind the Song of Time block, and Song of Time was vanilla. So people had to go back, all the way back into the seed and go clear all the stone dungeons to get Song of Time in order to access light arrows.
That's a big oof.
Yeah. It's... It was silly how awful that was. You're welcome. So Dot's making his way to Forest Temple.
We don't have a bottle yet, so... And it's sad because this boss key was the first Stalfos room, so super early too. And it doesn't seem like there was anything of worth in the rest of Forest from Fanta.
Fanta just did a cool little trick where to help bypass spinning the room in Forest Temple. There's a way to clip into that gate there, and you can just walk up to the boss door. Boss key was on the bow chest, so it's like halfway through the dungeon.
Okay, I thought it was the bottom Stalfos, so different Stalfos room.
Top Stalfos.
So halfway.
Yeah. Which honestly is probably one of the worst places to have boss key if you're doing the post skip, because at this point you might as well just get the last chest and finish out the. Well, what I do is I kill this last Poe and then go to the falling basement room, grab that chest, and then walk back and exit, so I don't have to kill green Poe or purple Poe. And Fanta clearing Forest Temple, giving 3 medallions, 3 of the 6 medallions.
Ooh, T2 getting close to dying. Don't die.
Yeah, T2 playing like me.
With iron knuckles today.
That's my life.
Not wrong. I remember Planda. Oh, that makes sense. If he deduced that it had to be a key, that would make sense.
So, wondering how long before someone decides to just go to Water Temple.
Well, at this point, they don't have iron boots. I don't know if anyone's actually found iron boots. So, logically, they're not expected to be there yet. So I don't know if anyone's going to rush there yet. No one likes doing Water Temple.
Oh, Dotso doing Wasteland check. I was wondering why he was going through Wasteland.
He might have be going back to GTG.
He could also be doing that, that's correct.
Yeah, if we're looking for the most check dens, it would be GTG.
I thought the most check dance was golden.
I'm gonna sigh for it. Oh, golden.
What was that, Dotso?
He does not have the hook shot from the Hyrule Castle fairy.
I'm sorry, it just took... so comedic to just watch him take the bomb and just throw it against the wall. Just like, what are you doing?
He's forgetting that he can't bomb hover.
Yeah.
For those who may be less familiar, there is a trick in this game called bomb hovering, where you can get infinite sword glitch that causes your sword to infinitely swing. One side effect of this is that while swinging your sword, you are not able to fall off ledges. And this has a consequence that when you're using infinite sword glitch, you get stuck in midair. So you can use that combined with bomb to gain height further and further up in the air without needing any ground below you.
T2 came close to dying there. That would have been awful.
That would suck.
Yeah.
It'd be hilarious, but it would suck.
Yeah. Phantom starting to make his way through Spirit Temple. Keymaker's still finishing up in Forest, and Dotso doing whatever the hell he's doing.
I also noticed on Dotso's side that I don't know if that's just a VC thing, that you can actually see the flags, even while there's a full sandstorm, but I'm kind of jealous.
You can do that in anything. So what it does is when you climb up the ladder but immediately climb back down and go back up, it actually sets their visibility so they'll light up in the darkness. So you can do that on any console emulator, whatever have you.
That's
it's
cool.
It's resetting the flags of the flags.
Interesting.
That's super cool.
That's super helpful to know.
Yeah.
Especially
So
for
what he did is you climb up, just like walk yourself back down the ladder, just like 1 or 2 rungs, and then go back up, and then they'll be lit up. It is allowed in standard, Tom.
Yes, in our unbiased opinion, DDR is clearly a better rule set. Ooh!
Oh no, the third iron knuckle took it. Oh
Oof.
boy.
Well, at least he's got all the flags set in the dungeon, so he can just go back there pretty quickly. Oh, but he's gonna have to go back past the block again.
Yeah. Well, assuming he doesn't still have FW, but yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't set it even though he has it.
Yeah, he'll probably set it this time. And Keymaker spinning the room in Forest. I could have told Keymaker to show him that strat to clipping past the gate. Dotso has...
Is Dotson going for like a clip anyway?
I think so, yeah.
Well, he might also be going for the check up top.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, he's cheap like me. Like spending 10 rupees to get into GTG when I can get him for free.
Yeah, that jump without hover boots is like notoriously difficult for something seemingly so easy. So it's kind of like the jump in the Dongo's Cavern to get to the platform for the bomb bag vanilla chest. There's always a setup for everything.
This game is definitely the game of setups. If there's a trick, there's probably at least one setup, even if it's insanely convoluted.
T2 having a lot of difficulty using that to get through the block again.
Which is definitely tilting after getting it first try. The first time you have to do it and then dying.
Alright, Dotso making his way into GTG. Let's see if there's anything worthwhile in here.
Yeah, I remember he set FW, but I forget if he actually used it.
Okay.
Was very nice Phantom Cannon from Key.
It combines two tricks, ISG, which allows you to infinitely stab, so you can just do damage, as well as Ganondorf has some frames when he's deflecting your arrows that he's vulnerable. So you combine those two in order to just obliterate him in one cycle.
There's Ruto's letter. Huh.
Oh boy.
Well,
I
okay.
still
So that
don't think
means
they have logical access to GTG yet.
so that means it's not Ruto's letter in Shadow Temple.
Probably Boomerang then.
It's probably Boomerang.
Yeah, we don't know where Longshot or Epona's is, so not really logical yet.
Hear me out, guys. Hovers, vanilla in Shadow.
Oh my god.
For
Gosh.
logical all dungeons. I think that would be beautiful.
Well, we already know it's logical all dungeons because of the well.
Oh yeah, for that we know it's that, so that's why it's a possibility that it could be a way of the hero for Hover Boots to beat Shadow.
That is true, it could.
That wouldn't be that bad though, since Hover Boots would be nice for.
Oh, Key's on his way to the double defense fairy.
Ooh, perfect.
Which, I mean, I don't know if there's going to be anything here. I mean, we kind of know that Song of Storms already opens up light arrows. But he's going to do the bomb clip that I was talking about earlier. Gambling.
Gambling?
Wanna open a gambling bet?
It's got to be Hammer. I mean, I don't know what else it could possibly... I guess the question is it Hammer or is it something that leads to Hammer in Ganon's castle?
Something that leads to Hammer. Well, in Ganon's castle, I think it actually would be Hammer. And it could be in, like, Water, Fire, Spirit Trials.
Oh, it's also
Or the first chest of Shadow.
It's also the only one without a hook shot now? I think so.
Yes.
I think at least on Restream, yes. There you go. Now Keymaker's in there.
Let's see what it is.
Oh, a slingshot.
Oof.
Not really worth. Keymaker playing Serenade. Is he planning on doing more? He might be.
I feel so bad for Tito. They have been trying so hard to get this trick back.
Oh
again.
man, he's still working on that, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because it's like you're so close. Like you got all the way up to Nibiru Knuckle.
Hovers and Ganons for Hammer and Shadow.
Ooh, that would also be deliciously awful. It's especially bad because Hover Boots in this seed would be useful for Water
Literally
Temple.
everything.
Yeah. But so that would be particularly evil because then they wouldn't have Hover Boots till they've already beaten all the dungeons they need.
Fanta doing Seam Walk to
Best
Shadow
trick
Temple.
ever.
Whoa,
This is-
second. Cuckoo Dive.
So we'll finally see what's in Shadow Temple, and that'll enlighten us on how the seed is laid out.
Yeah, there is no sign of Nocturne yet.
There's the boomerang in GTG.
Ooh!
That's kind of a disgusting. So what?
And straight
And
free!
straight free! So that-
Ow! Alright.
So I guess Arashi might be right. Hover Boots in Ganon's castle for the hammer and Shadow.
we'll find out what's Way of the Hero in Shadow. I think I like the vanilla strat. So like vanilla hovers. I still think Hammer is going to be in Ganon Castle, but I would be okay with either because both of them are awful.
Oh, we also have the most important item in GTG.
Stone of
Paperweight.
Agony. Paperweight. This is a very interesting seed.
This is a very interesting seed. I would hate to have played this stand.
We rolled a good one for this weekly.
Thank you, basic Randobot.
That's a real reason to have the bot roll, is so then we can blame the bot when it's terrible. As well as blaming Shiro, because Shiro told the bot to do it.
No, I rolled a good one.
Well, it's a good one for us to watch.
Ones to watch. That's for sure.
Aren't you glad that none of us decided to join this week?
Okay, it's not hover boots in Shadow Temple because Fanta just got the last check in Shadow. So Tito's still working on this. Oh my goodness.
Oh, it could be irons.
Oh, it could be iron.
It can't be iron because you need that for water.
Oh yeah, you need that for
But I mean,
It can't be long shot because you need long shot for water.
Oh, Fanta's doing the clip. He's not gonna open the gate. So theoretically, hovers, damage hovers are banned. So using a damage source to hover. However, you can still get ISG off. We specifically wrote the rules so you can get ISG off the sign here, and be able to do the truth spinner without hover boots.
Apparently, it's also possible to just side hop. But they also all have lens, so they could theoretically do the intended strat for this, if any of them actually remember that that's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah. We got another bottle from Dotso.
GTG is loaded.
Yeah.
I used an actual bottle we can use, so a useful bottle.
Yeah, so Dotso might whenever he gets around to doing Forest Temple, he might do the post cutscene skip.
That's technically... It just needs hovers, technically.
And Mirror Shield.
Yeah, he still needs Mirror Shield, so at some point he'll have to go do Child Spirit to get that.
Or wherever the other scale happens to be, which at this rate is going to be in GTG.
Nice try.
It would have
I stay around with bated breath, waiting to see if that was the other scale.
Yeah, I don't know if T2 is going to continue Spirit at this point. I mean, there are other strengths in
DC.
Dongo, so maybe they could go get it.
Or he could go to GTG.
Oh, no, they're going to keep trying. Oh, man. I think they've wasted like 15 minutes on this. And we gotta admire their perseverance for this trick. Although they're probably very tilted at the moment.
Especially after getting it first try, and then it would be even worse if it does happen to be that they have FW still set in Spirit. Oof.
It's a good thing this isn't a bingo run because people would be posting a bunch of wheelchairs in the chat.
No, it is important to note that like all of these tricks, as nice as they are to make this seed a lot more bearable, are not in logic. So technically, this is on a glitchless logic preset. So, what?
Sorry, the Dotso just found the adult trade item, but we know that bigger on Sard is not useful.
Yeah, but things like this like are not required to be the seed. So spending time on this is like completely voluntary. Although I mean, Camera Late have also spent 40 minutes trying to clip into this block through another method in a weekly seed.
Yeah,
so,
it's these. I mean, yeah. Ultimately, it's like your choice if you want to attempt these glitches. It's not. They're never required. One of the things that we always want to keep for any sort of official DDR thing is that you can always beat the seed glitchlessly. So that's a very hard rule that at least I'm trying to keep. Now, if someone wants to do a DDR seed with glitch logic, they're more than welcome to. And Dotso has suggested doing that a number of times, but for the weeklies anyway.
It also has a very good demonstration where we can see T2 right now is losing a lot of time trying to do this trick. If he'd gotten it the first time and then just beaten the seed, it probably would have been faster. But we can see now he's definitely losing time over having just gotten the silver gauntlets. On the other hand, Dotso found those light arrows that we know are some absolute trash logic to get. So that particular glitch is almost certainly going to be helpful in this case. So we can see both sides of it, that Dotso is definitely going to have saved time with by clipping the bottom well, but T2 is going to have lost time to doing this clip.
Yeah, that's the risk with doing these glitches, is that if you can read the logic and make those risky plays, then they can save you a lot of time in the long run, but they don't always save you time. In fact, a lot of the times it can be a time sink.
We also just saw on Dotso's end the easiest clip in the entire game. There's a wall that's angled in that corner. You can just target that wall, move to the side, and jump slash, and you clip straight through the wall. It is the easiest thing in the entire game. It is exactly as easy as it looks.
Yes. When we were first creating this rule set, there was a lot of different rule options thrown around, and it was just like any rule option that forced us to get rid of that clip past King Zora was like, no, we can't allow that.
Oh my god, he did it!
Yay!
Yeah, please,
FW!
Set for Wars win! Set for Wars win!
Set FW, dude.
Set FW, and especially have it take long enough that we'll see if you've got it already set, because that would be absolutely tragic. You can do it, T2.
We believe.
Especially with 3 hearts. Set FW.
Set FW.
Oh, they're gonna climb. Just like
It's gonna
not
climb,
even.
yeah.
That's the tilt showing.
Yeah, that is the tilt.
Actually, getting up to that platform with only hook shot is kind of difficult. Oh, no.
There's a racing grab from like the other side that you can just aim on the left side of the thing.
Yeah.
If you go to like the first echelon of adult side, you get into the corner nearest to it, and then you can aim at the closest chain at the left side, and then you'll land on it like every time.
All right, a little more healthy now.
FW. Plant FW.
Plant FW.
Plant FW.
Those 4 hearts.
No. No.
Please
Oh,
don't
my
die.
god! Oh, my heart!
Oh.
My heart!
Oh,
No. No. Yes!
Now FW! FW! FW!
If you watch this Restream, please don't do that to us again. I think all of our hearts just skipped 6 beats.
Minimum.
Dotso is going for a clip here. You can do a ledge clip. There's a specific frame while Link is grabbing some intersections of like ledges that he clips out of bounds for a frame. If you target on that, it lets you stay out of bounds, and they can drop out and just go wherever you want. Oh, on behalf of Axe, I feel required to say, titties. You're welcome, Axe.
Doesn't look like Fanta's gotten whatever item is Way of the Hero in Shadow Temple yet. I haven't seen anything worthwhile.
Wait, what? Was that like the easiest clip ever by just dropping 2 bombs and backwalking over them?
No, it is a little bit more precise. There's a little bit of setup you need to do, but it does involve dropping 2 bombs and then you get the bombs to push you out of bounds. There's a little bit of setup beforehand, but it's nothing too bad. Dotso seems determined to go through his entire section without using any blue flame. The only one might be required to use is the one right at the end.
No, I think
there's a hover boot skip for it for sure.
I think there's a bomb one too.
There probably is. It's Dotso. Oh, he's grabbing blue flame, so probably not.
Probably not.
Or at least it's not faster.
So Fanta didn't do this in this seat, but you can do a clip past the gate on the way down, like through the shortcut in Shadow. You can clip past that, and you can do this backside first, the backside of Shadow first. But the downside is that if you have to keep watching your keys because you can potentially key lock yourself. As long as you get a key somewhere in the back, you're good.
Oh, apparently Dotso's trying a Hess clip through this. Oh, though he's getting trolled by these with these freezers.
Yeah, freezers. Okay, Fanta's still not finding the way of the hero item in Shadow Temple. Tito moving on to second cycle Twin Rova.
At this point, Shadow is itself the way to hero, the stone.
Mm-hmm. Can a dungeon be hinted as way the hero for the dungeon prize?
Not for like the medallion you get from it.
Hover
Ooh, hovers in ice.
An ice cavern. Okay, well that throws that whole
nice
theory.
cavern today.
So I guess that means
cavern.
that's Hammer in Ganon's castle then.
Yes, the dream lives on.
The dream lives on.
Yeah, it's not actually for the dungeon prize. It does actually have to be a specific item. So it can be the heart container though on Bongo. So there's only the heart container, the invisible floor master, and then the 2 chests with the reguds.
Yeah.
So that's all that's left.
It's probably long shot. No, it can't be. Can it be long shot?
It can be long shot, yes.
Oh, yeah. It could also be Iron Boost.
Or it could be Iron Boot.
Yes, or irons.
Because now hovers are in logic because of Ice Cavern.
It could also be like the Zora tunic for some fun logic.
So you have to go to GTG to get the Ruto's letter, then move King Zora, and then go to Ice Cavern to get hover boots in order to get Shadow Temple for whatever items in Shadow Temple. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, the DDR has an advantage. Once you get several items, the game really opens up to do basically whatever you want.
Nocturne there's Iron Boots. That's what it was. Okay. So Tidu just got through Spirit Temple got Nocturne. So you had to do Spirit Temple before going to Shadow Temple.
What a strange Nocturnal events.
Boo.
I can hear the pain and it's lovely.
Okay. So I guess that means it has to be Hammer in Ganon's castle in order to get. Wow. And Shiro called that way early. I'm impressed.
My useless standard logic comes in handy sometimes.
Yeah. That's why we need people who came in from standard on these commentaries, because Dobby and I view the entire game through the lens of glitches.
I literally was doing logic for bingo hints, and I actually forgot what you're supposed to do in the room at the top of Spirit Temple that has the boss key in vanilla. I legitimately could not tell you the vanilla strat anymore. I was like, do you need hammer and bow? I don't know. I don't actually know.
I still remember one time I got burned by Way the Hero. Hammer was Way the Hero for the Iron Boots in GTG.
You've also had one that was Way of the Hero Zora Tunic.
Zora Tunic? Oh my gosh.
It was so weird.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
amazing.
Just because of the key logic in Water Temple, I was so mad. 'Cause I desperately needed one item, and it was like, it has to be this item, is the Way the Hero. Keymaker looks like might be going to bottom of the well at some point, so he'll get his light arrows and allow him to bypass all the nonsense of the All Dungeon Seed.
He also looks like he's going for chickens. Which I don't know if have we found the Way of the Hero for CAC, or are we thinking it's Requiem? Because I think
Requiem.
it might, at this point, be Requiem.
Probably Requiem. We still have 20 skulls though.
Did we get 10 skulls?
And chicken. Dato just did 10 skulls. It was a loopy.
Okay. Ooh, are we gonna get the 1.0 kill strat? Yes!
Oh.
Yes!
We're getting 1.0 kill strat, and also on Keymaker side, we're getting a Cuckoo Dive into bottom of the well.
Nice.
1.0 kill strat for Bongo. It's great when it works.
One thing to bear in mind, though, for that strat is that if you do it incorrectly, you can soft lock the boss fight and have to reset.
Yeah, so save and do FW and save before doing it. That's what I do if I have those items. Okay, Keymaker in bottom of the well, so that will get him his light arrows. Which will probably help him get the pieces into place for the rest, for all the hint logic. Arashi mentioned that DDR needs its own hint distribution. We had a poll where we asked that, and most people agreed that we should work on a hint distribution for DDR. There we go. Keymaker has his light arrows.
One important thing to note also for the hint distribution, if you are looking to join and are worried, the hint distribution will only change what items are hinted as Way of the Hero. It does not change the logic itself. So,
Yeah.
for instance, if you remove Ruto's letter as a hint, that just means you can't have a Way of the Hero that points you directly to what Ruto's letter is. It is still required by logic to get to the Zora's Fountain region.
Is there any instances where in a DDR seed that Ruto's letter would be required? If it's like, I guess it'd be like early Jabu, if you can't find monsters.
With most of those items, there are circumstances where it would be required, but it's extremely unlikely.
Yeah.
It would be like a very, very specific setup that would have to be. You could do bomb choose to get those. Yeah. There aren't enough checks to have both all bombs and all choose there. Yeah, so it would be insanely tough in order to get that kind of situation to pop up. The best thing I can come up with is you have all three other bottles are in Jabu. He is probably doing an old bottom of the well route from like Bingo from like ages ago. Because yes, Key, as you watch this restream, you are indeed old.
Boomer.
Boomer confirmed.
So
Dotso
yeah, has his scale now, and that'll probably lead him to Mirror Shield.
Yes, Keymaker did Cuckoo Dive though, so so currently he's winning in our hearts.
Yeah.
Dato may already know that Mirror Shield is in Lake because after he got caught and thrown by the guards, he was in Lake Hylia early on in the game, so he may have already peeked it and been waiting for a scale to pop up.
Mm-hmm. I attempted Cuckoo Dive, I just didn't realize that the text box was going to clear so quickly when I was mashing A. Thank you very
Feels
much.
bad, man.
I know, I was like, yes, I did it, and then then I did realize that when I cleared the text box that I was only halfway down, and I was so sad. I was so upset with myself.
Oh, on Dotso's side, we see him going for the a clip into the adult side if you don't have strength 2, which, by the way, he does have strength 2. He can just push the block. But, you know, this is more fun.
Apparently.
So you get a hover slide, so you get the super slide, then equip the hover boots. Then you navigate your way behind it, and then do a backflip to land within the block itself.
He's holding the control stick the wrong way.
Yeah.
I think it's for that side. It's down right. Oh, he's just gonna push the block now.
And I think that was actually a 2 bomb, because I think he held the first one, then dropped the second bomb right at the last second.
Yeah.
Which is also a fairly standard thing to do for super slide.
So Fanta going into Child Spirit, gonna go get his silver scale.
Playing songs too hard. There you go.
Taking a ZFG's approach to playing songs.
Why play songs slowly when you can play songs fast, screw up, and then have to play them slowly to actually get them to work? It's the real 5-head strat. Also, Fanta is now using Choose to defeat Keiths, which might hurt me even more because they're super hard to hit. And he has, I'm pretty sure, he also has the sword.
Oh, can you use a chew to hit that switch? Oh.
Yeah, you can. You wait like 2 flashes, and then you can chew and it'll explode right above it.
I think that might even be in logic too.
I'd have to think about that. It might.
It's definitely in glitch logic.
Yeah, it's definitely in glitch logic. I just don't remember if it's in glitch list. I don't think it is. I think it's boomerang and slingshot. Bombs may actually, not bomb choose, but bombs may.
But to be fair, I don't know if shoes are ever considered in logic like that, since, you know, you can just... There's no way to guarantee you have access to choose.
That's
and
true.
Shoes are not logic.
If we remove... If, has chew drops and choose and logic been added to dev?
Yes, it is, actually.
Okay.
Just in dev R or in the regular dev as well?
It may be in regular dev, because it actually may be in stable too, that if you enable choose and logic, you're going to get chew drops from everything.
You'll be happy to note that I resisted the urge to make another terrible joke.
What was the joke?
Well, you know, it's in stable, so clearly it only applies at Long Ranch.
That's actually a good one. I like that one. I'll allow it.
That makes one of us.
Oh, good. If it caused golden pain, that's the real goal at the end. So we have Hanta here doing a fun technique called super swimming. Not the fun one as like, you know, Wind Waker, but if you get a source of pushback, in this case it was the bomb, and then you hold shield and then mash, hold down and shield and then mash Z, I think it is. It's a very bizarre set of puts, but it works.
Keymaker
It
going
does
to
have
Child
a
Spirit.
shot.
Yeah. Keymaker going to Child Spirit, gonna get his silver scale for the Mirror Shield. People starting to slowly catch up, but I think if Tito can figure out to go to the bottom of the well to get the light arrows, he might be ahead.
We still need, well, technically, Datto can complete water since they have, hovers.
He can't get in yet, but...
He can get in.
He doesn't have hook shot.
No, he doesn't have hook shot.
Oh, yes. Okay, never mind.
So he need to make. So it's like everyone has like that one item that, like Keymaker doesn't have boomerang, or Mirror Shields. Fanta doesn't have boomerang. Tito doesn't have boomerang or light arrows. Datto doesn't have hook shot. Yeah, it's just like there's gonna be a couple items that is gonna take some logical leaps to get to for everyone.
Where is Longshot, though?
Who cares?
I mean, who cares? Yes, but... Valid point, thank you. But technically it is required for water.
Required is a strong word.
Required in logic, not for this rule set.
Yeah, required in logic.
So if Keymaker needs...
Ouchie, poor D2. Got hit by the skull, and it knocked him into the falling ceiling. That hurt. And he did it again! No. Oh, made...
Vanilla recovery heart? Or is there arrows there, usually?
I think it's an arrow refill.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm not the bingo player.
I mean, for bingo, you just don't bother opening it if it doesn't have something useful in it. There are many starting to play Randomizer, you're like, there's a chest in Deku? Above the slingshot one? What?
Did this exist? Was this
exists?
Like, put in here only for...
Yeah, Rando added that chest, I'm pretty sure.
Wait, what is Datto doing? What? Is he... What? What was that about?
I don't know, but apparently he gave up on it.
Is there a way to, like, clip through the door by getting onto the throne?
I have no idea.
Well, Keymaker did do a trick in, actually with Spirit, that apparently you can jump / past the Iron Knuckle.
Well, I'm learning something new.
Yeah, me too. Oh, and looks like he's gonna mega side hop across, or
Hover slide, maybe.
If it'll let him. There we go.
So that trick, if hover slides are a trick where you get a super slide and then you equip the hover boots, and that gives you a giant burst of speed backwards. So that's what he did there, but that one is a little bit special in terms of hover slides, since that basic hover slide doesn't quite get you enough distance. What you need to do for that is you need to do a jump slash right at the end, and that gives you a little bit of extra height, a little bit of extra distance in order to finish clearing that gap.
And also confirming on the arch was a bluebee.
Not a hook shot. Yeah.
Well, for him it would be a hook shot. For the rest of us it would be a long shot.
Tito also spinning
Three
around.
of our players in spirit. I was doing...
This will allow Tito to finish forest, and he'll be he'll have 4 medallions at this point, leaving him only water and Jabu. So he'll need to find his way to GTG in order to get the boomerang at some point, and then Shadow Temple for Iron Boots maybe, or he might opt to do some sort of dive into Water Temple. But that also highly depends on whether or not Boss Key is where Boss Key is in Water Temple.
Now we do. It's worth. We mentioned it right at the start, but it's worth repeating that for all follow based on the DDR rule set, you are required to open the boss door using the boss key. So regardless, any dungeon they have to complete, they have to go through it at least to find the boss key.
And what Snarky's referring to is there is a ledge clip to get to what is considered I think the map chest where Princess Ruto is. You can get to the top level and then do a couple more checks. Since Datto has hovers, they can get to the bombable wall. And also is that compass in the bottom? Or forget, is it a key? Maybe a key in the bottom level. So there are a couple of things that you can do in water.
Yeah. Generally with Water Temple, if you don't have Iron Boots, the strat is to hope that Boss Key is someplace you can access with glitches.
Right. Just not Central Pillar. I think that's pretty much the only one we can't access.
Right. Having long shot helps. Having long shot helps to get to the bottom floor. You can hook long shot onto the torches. You can also do a cutscene dive using a bottle, etc.
Seems like Tijo's gonna be very angry if they're going to DC and going to get strength too when it was not accessible. Yeah, it seems like they're going to.
Yeah, Tijo's not gonna be happy with this. Fanta working his way to working his way to Twinrova.
Yeah, I hope Datto also goes to Howard Castle Ferry because they are very quickly running out of places for a hookshot.
Yeah.
The second hookshot is definitely locked somewhere.
Yep.
It could be in Jabu.
Could be in Jabu or in like Water Temple.
Mm-hmm.
Vanilla.
Datto certainly has the advantage here because he has kind of the weird items like Boomerang and light arrows. But right now he's just hookshot locked through everything. Oh, he also doesn't have Mirror Shield. Which
he has the ability to get Mirror Shield, but he currently hasn't got it.
Oh, looks like he's gonna get his hookshot. Very nice.
Yes.
Let's see if we get some angry sword slashes for that. And I guarantee he's probably gonna put himself in go mode after that.
Yeah, he's probably gonna check to make sure that he can beat Water. That would be what I would anticipate. Since there are checks in DDR that still require the iron boots, notably the one in the center pillar. Though I think Dotso has even said that you can do an insane strat to skip it. So maybe not even that one for Dotso. But in general, checking to make sure that you are able to beat the seed is a good idea.
And just like standing there, he's like, yep, there you go.
Sometime it do be like that.
There we go. He's playing Serenade to get the Mirror Shield. The seed was kind of weird because like all the important items were scattered all over the world. Like you had Hover Boots in Ice Cavern, you had Iron Boots in Shadow Temple, you had Ruto's Letter and Boomerang in GTG. It's just like you had to go to all the locations in order to beat and to get everything you need.
And apparently have to go to Ganon's Castle to get your hammer.
Yeah, apparently it's good, which is very odd. And with that, oh, he didn't get
that. Dotso's diving in the wrong place.
Dotso's diving in the wrong place.
It's
Wait,
dark.
what are you doing, Dotso?
Dotso, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you
Why
doing?
are you not grabbing that shield? Did he see it as
Wait,
a red
what?
rupee?
Wait, what?
Oh,
No! No!
Dotso, Monka-esque.
hopefully he'll come back after. Maybe, because it's daytime and they can't see, because after doing job, it'll reset.
I don't know.
Let's pray.
Hopefully he comes back for
He's
it.
getting-
That would be really bad if
He got
thought
a
that
fish.
was red
Oh,
rupee.
he might be doing Jabu first.
Yeah.
I don't know why
and
you
then
would,
it'll
though.
reset.
But why would you just grab the shields when... Why wouldn't you just grab the shield? You're right there. Oh, no. Oh, no.
We hope he's doing it after Jabu, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll also see based on if he actually does any of the checks in here. Because I don't think if you're in go mode, you would like fast clear this. But if he starts fast clearing it, there's a chance that he noticed.
Happy 2 hours.
Yay.
Oh, man, this is going to be so depressing if he doesn't go back to get that shield.
Let's see if he'll mega flip across. Nope.
Okay, so I don't think he saw it.
I don't think he saw it.
Oh, no.
That is pretty tragic. I don't think he's gonna need any other items.
There is like a 0% chance if he didn't think he saw Mirror Shield there, I think there's a 0% chance he goes back for that check.
No, there's not really much of anything that would cause you to go back. Like you... Ooh.
Ooh. It was weird. All the streams like synchronized, and like I thought someone was using a save state. I'm like, what just happened?
Yeah, this is all secretly pre-recorded, but don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Theoretically, he like if it was me, I would need water iron boots. But I think if I remember correctly from Dotso saying, he specifically might not need them because I think he knows a trick in order to get to the center pillar without it. I have no idea what that involves, so I'm kind of hoping we get to see it. But we'll see. Oh, we get to see chickens. This should confirm that our Wave the Hero was for Requiem. At this point, it's tough to say exactly who's in the lead, because it depends who ends up finding the last critical items. I don't think any of them are in go mode quite yet.
Yeah, like all the items that are still left for people to find, they're like collectively they have all the items they need to beat the seed, but like the items that people are missing are like in really weird locations. Like light arrows is in bottom of the well, which technically requires Song of Storms, but which is at Song of Time, but people can dive into the well. So they just need to people just need to go and figure out when they need to do that. Boomerang was in GTG, and Dotso's the only one that's gone to GTG yet. Mirror Shield is like Hylia diving, which Dotso saw, but didn't pick up, so we think that he misunderstood what the item was. So there's plenty of variation. There's plenty of items that, like each runner individually only needs like 1 or 2 items left to beat the seed, but the items are all in weird locations. So Iron Boots is in the bottom of Shadow Temple. So it's like Shadow was hinted as way of the hero, but it's like when do you do that?
There's that other scale that we were asking about. Apparently is in Jabu.
Interesting.
That the slightly good news, maybe, is that might prompt Dotso to do diving, Lakeside Lab diving,
Lakeside diving,
as child, maybe.
Oh wait, was there a long shot on chickens? I don't know. My streams are skipping all over the place, so I can't really see what's going on.
Refresh your comm page. It seems like perhaps Fanta's stream is lagging, and it's all the other streams are trying to catch up. So I refreshed comm page, and it seems to have done more time warping. Yeah, he's buffering. I'm gonna refresh all the streams, so if all of our comms and trackers want to also refresh their comm page too.
Sure.
It's gonna give that a refresh.
Just tell me when.
I just refreshed them now.
Okay.
So do it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So nothing interesting can happen in the next 30 seconds.
Okay, so theoretically the uh-oh.
Yeah, Fanta's stream went down. Ruh-roh.
Ooh.
Ruh-roh. Okay, I got Fanta back.
Yeah, you do. Wait, now he's in water? What?
When did that happen? What?
And he has iron boots? What?
What?
Oh no, iron boots were in Shadow. That we know.
Yeah,
but,
he had iron boots.
Yeah, they were the only ones to have iron boots.
You had to use them before. Long shot off freaking wing cap. Oof. We do know that is not the way of the hero though, because or actually
it could be.
Well, because I think wouldn't the hook shot have to lock the other hook shot for that to be the case? In this case, that didn't happen.
That's true. So it's probably Requiem was what I was referring to.
Or is it because you need both of them, so either hook shot can be required?
Okay.
Yeah.
Where was the other scale, Jabu? So I guess scale wasn't the way the hero, or what? I guess Requiem wasn't the way the hero because you can either technically get either scale. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Because yeah, you could get that scale without needing Requiem. Oh, did Fanta go down again?
We lost Fanta again. Nothing being said in the race room. Maybe it's looking
We're switching out Fanta for someone else.
No, I guess we'll. Looks like it's live in. Nope. Now it went offline. We'll give it a minute. And Let's see.
Well, this kind of sucks because he's in Water Temple right now,
I know.
and he's the only one who's made it that far. So
On T2's side, you see he's doing the hook shot only strat to get across this bridge, which you are allowed to do in DDR, or use hook shot extension.
what was the purpose of walking into the tent? I guess to just set up this strategy, whatever he's doing. Oh, he's gonna go for the box. There's Fanta, who's at Morpha now. So apparently the boss key is not that far into Water Temple.
Apparently. We don't know where it is. Yeah, Dotso,
He's going back.
Your shield.
Oh, he's in Lakeside Lab now. Oh my gosh. Oh, all the streams are dying on me.
Yeah.
This is like super exciting, but it's like all the we can't see it.
Look, there's a shield. You can grab the other one. There's another shield right near it.
Go,
Dotso.
Dotso.
Maybe. Come on, Dotso.
I believe Dotso.
If he does this, then he's in the lead. Oh,
Yes!
he's going for it. Yes!
Yes, he got it.
Cool.
Why would you not get that earlier?
To give us all heart attacks. Yeah, I think he's the only one, unless we missed something when the streams were down, he's the only one who is in go mode, or might be in go mode.
He's got a lot of catching up to do. He has to do a lot of dungeons. So he's been trading off doing item checks for skipping dungeons.
Yeah.
But now
so
he has
in go mode, but he does still have to clear a lot of dungeons that the others have completed.
Whereas Fanta, for example, needs to find Boomerang now. So Fanta needs Boomerang and Light Arrow. And Light Arrows. Also found Ice Arrows. Keymaker needs... what does he need? He needs Boomerang. And probably Iron Boots, maybe? Unless he can find... We don't know where the boss key is for Water Temple, so...
Oh, goodness.
T2 going into GTG, going to get Boomerang in there.
Sweet. So he... is that going to be the last thing that T2 needs?
He still needs Light Arrows.
Oh, well, Light Arrows. So that one could be an interesting one.
Yeah, Fanta stream is struggling here.
I know them feels. And Keymaker here is doing a strat where the bomb pushes you through the red ice, and then you can just click that. Or maybe he's not anymore, and my stream was just lagging. Now he's in market kit. What?
And he played Prelude. Wait, he
played Prelude while it was lagging.
I guess he decided he didn't want to. So that means he won't get hover boots probably. Ganon's Castle is most likely Hammer.
Yeah. This is logically an all dungeon seed. And so our current 4 Light Arrows in bottom of the well. And so our guess is currently that Hammer is in Ganon's Castle. in order to allow you to do in order to allow you to beat fire to get the Song of Storms in order to get into bottom of the well.
Yeah, so Dotso is technically in go mode right now. He has everything he needs, but he just has a lot of dungeons to clear. He has to do forest. He's probably going to do the Poe cutscene skip here.
For sure.
So he has to do forest, he has to do water. Assuming he can find wherever the boss key is probably someplace early. Assuming he can do that without iron boots. So here we go. He's gonna do the Poe cutscene skip.
Oh, I think that might have worked. Yeah, there we go. He got it.
Yeah.
So this involves you interrupt on the same frame as the cutscene starts. You pick up something in your bottle, and so the cutscene of "you caught a fish" interrupts the cutscene that's going on, and you regain control.
Now the downside is that if you die, you leave the dungeon, you void out at all, the elevator will go back down. So the trick is you have to do the dungeon without any sort of FW or void or death or anything like that, because otherwise then the elevator will go back down. So normally what I do is I do the Poe cutscene skip, and then the moment I get boss key, I will go. I will finish the boss out. So I'll clear the basement and then get to the boss as soon as I can. Depending where the boss key is in the dungeon. If it's early, then I'll do it right away and then go back to Forest Temple to finish clearing it out. Or if I get it late in the dungeon, I'll go to the basement room, get the check there, and then walk out the side. There's a side door there. You can walk out and go back to the center room and go back to the basement that way. Because I firmly believe that post skip is, if you can do it quickly, the Poe cutscene skip is always worth it. It'll always save you time in Forest Temple, even if you plan to full clear it.
Yeah, it always skips having to do the skips having to do the last two Poes. That's regardless of the key layout. It is also possible to skip more than that if you are able to find the boss key early. Oh. And Keymaker here looks like he's trying to do a mega flip in order to cross. This is actually fairly precise if you don't have hover boots. With hover boots, you can just do a super easy hover slide, or you can do a side flip, a mega side flip, and then use the hover boots the speed to just cross it. The just mega flipping straight is fairly precise. You all see the glorious lag. Ooh, and he got knocked off here, which might be really bad for him. Yeah, he got knocked down way at the bottom, so he's going to have to go back all the way around. And that's very unfortunate for him, because it might cause him to route in GTG later, which we know has the boomerang that he needs. In the meantime, T2 still looks like he's trying to find his boomerang, which we know that on his end it's going to be in GGG as well. So the faster that he gets there, the faster he can be done. And I think that might be the only thing that he's got left that he needs. Well, other than light arrows.
I mean, I think he looks like he's going to GGG right now.
Yeah, looks like he might be he's just restarting that and trying to get to GGG. Also, now that Fanta's back, looks like they're also doing that. So this might end up being a close race with them having to find, depending on how fast they find Boomerang versus how fast Gotso can clear his remaining dungeons. He still has Spirit, though, and Spirit's going to take quite a bit of time to go through.
Mm-hmm.
So, assuming they do get to GGG and they find that Boomerang fairly quickly, they're going to be at an advantage on that front.
Has Keymaker not made it across the bridge yet? Oh, he just got there. I got confused for a second.
Yeah, he originally fell off. He tried the Mega Flip strat, and then he took the knockback from the bomb and got knocked into the river. So had to go all the way back around.
That's gross. I'm guessing Opponent's song is at Nocturne. That seems to be the only song check we haven't gotten yet.
Oh, and I was trying to figure out how Fanta got across, and I was like, oh, right, he has got the long shot. That's probably how he did it.
Yeah. And Hover Boots were in the back of Ice Cavern, so either he needs to go back to Ice Cavern, or he needs to go do Chickens to get the long shot to do Water Temple.
Which is entertaining, because I know he used to route in Chickens super early.
Yeah.
But has stopped doing that recently, and this is one of those cases where it ends up being unfortunate. Which, you know, is how rando be sometimes. Yeah, it looks like on Fanta's side, his stream's been having some issues today. So we're currently trying to see what can be done for that. In the meantime, we still have the other three going about their business.
Yeah. Looks like Fanta might be in GTG now.
Is T2 going and doing chickens? Or is he just grabbing chicken back?
It looks like he's doing chickens. Yes.
Oh, another thing to note on T2's side is that, and I think also on Keymaker's side, is they both need either Longshot or Hover Boots in order to get to Morpho's room.
Mm-hmm. So Dotso has those prerequisite items. Again, for him, it's just how fast can he clear the dungeons before they can find everything. Tidu's going to get his long shot here, and which may prompt him to go to Water Temple.
So it looks like Dotso is going to be finishing up with Forest very soon, as Zangi's making his way to Shadow Temple. Not Shadow, Spirit. And it's going to really be a race of who can Dotso beat Spirit faster than Fanta can find Boomerang and clear Jabu. Jabu is definitely the faster dungeon than Spirit by far. So it depends on how much of a lead Dotso's going to have. There, Tichu found his long shot. Looks like he's not going to bottom the well, which is we know it's going to be unfortunate.
Yeah, it's going to be unfortunate for him. Dotso going back into Forest?
Did he put FW somewhere?
Oh,
I think he put it in PG ages ago. So that might be his way to get to Spirit, since he doesn't have Requiem.
He hasn't gotten Requiem? He has Requiem.
Yeah, he never got Requiem, I don't think.
No, he does.
Oh, no, he's in Spirit. He got all the way up to Spirit. Nice. So he's definitely going to be faster. Or we can't know because Fanta's stream is down, but...
Yeah, this looks like... Dotso seems very ahead right now. Tidu doing, gonna work his way into Water Temple, it looks like? Yeah, he's gonna open the gate now.
I like that swag strat to light the sun by side hopping down.
Tidu gonna do a strat to probably Ocarina dive into the into Water Temple.
Yeah, worth noting that he does not have Iron Boots, so has to do some interesting strats in order to get in.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, just I think there might be a quote-unquote setup, but the major part of it is just backing up slowly and pulling the Ocarina in order to cause you to go through the water, similar to Navi Dive and Cuckoo Dive that we've seen.
Yeah. Is there a way to do it with a spell? Can you do a spell dive?
I believe you also can, but I don't think you can do it in that circumstance because there's nothing that can push you. There might be a really weird setup if you can get the Gwei to do it, but most other setups for that require an enemy to push you off of the ledge.
Okay. So it looks like Fanta's stream is struggling here, so we're going to swap in Arthur Houdini into the Restream. Let's see where Arthur's at. Doing a jig.
Has some stuff. We'll see. Hopefully, shoutouts to our trackers also. I don't know if we did that previously. Just thank you for all your hard work, especially with all the lagging that we've had going on. So shout outs to Shirali, Ksenja, Tomaltech13, and the Snarky Lesbian, who are our trackers for today, and have been, trying to work around all of the tech issues we've had. So thank you very much for their hard work.
Thank you for doing this. I didn't realize that I actually turned my sound off too. So we swapped in Arthur. I hope that Fanta is able to get their stream fixed. I don't know what's going on, but I did ask Arthur if he was okay. And his reaction was super funny. He's like, "Who forfeit? Did Dotso forfeit?" And I'm like, "No, don't worry." But he did say that he had a VC crash early on. So yeah, that's a oof. But he was okay with being swapped in.
Okay. So he might be a little bit. He might be a little bit behind.
Yeah, just a little. I don't know how much. But I mean, honestly, looking at a stream, probably not a lot.
Yeah, he's Jawboon Spirit. He hasn't found Mirror Shield, and he hasn't found a Scale, so he probably hasn't been a Child Spirit yet. And then Jabu, he has been a GTG because he has Boomerang. So
yeah, no boots, so no Ice Cavern. Yeah, so we're currently, hopefully everything's done. Have patience while we update the stream and get the trackers all sorted out.
So it's gonna be really interesting watching Arthur because we have no idea what he's done.
Oh yeah, that's true. It looks like Keymaker might be going for his chickens, which is going to be getting his long shot now.
Yeah, that'll probably prompt him to go to water. At some point, he needs to go to GTG to get his Boomerang. But Dotso...
Oh, go ahead.
Once Dotso is... Oh, he still has to do water. Dotso hasn't done water yet.
Yeah.
And yet again, we still don't know where the... Did we ever find out where the Boskian water is?
T2 did water, but I didn't see it on my end. Map chest. Oh, so super early. That's a really nice position in Water Temple. That's like the first check you do. In case Dotso does not have Iron Boots. So that might not be the first one he does. He might opt for Compass Chest first, but I think that's still going to be fairly early.
So it's up to... So T2... finished water. He hasn't done Jabu. He needs to go to GTG to get Boomerang before Dotso finishes water, which he'll finish water fairly quickly.
Songs are indeed hard. The hardest part of any OTC is playing songs correctly.
Dotso also does not have Iron Boots. I wonder if he'll do his stupid house clip.
That would be amazing. I kind of hope he does.
Okay, he's gonna try to use hook shot too.
Yeah. Well, one more thing worth noting, we mentioned at the start, but part of DDR is that you are required to open all of the doors to access the dungeons. In the case of water, it means you have to use hook shot in order to hit that crystal and open the door, and then some way you have to get down through there. Oh, he's got
gold scale. Ooh.
And also confirming your suspicions that opponent was on Burning Cack.
Yes.
So here we'll see on Dotso's side, we're going to see an interesting set. There's just a jump that you can get there. It's just positioned such that you can just jump to it. Then he's going to do another ledge clip, similar to what was done in Ice Cavern, where there's a frame that you're partially out of bounds when you grab this ledge, and if you target on that frame, you stay out of bounds and can drop into some out of bounds water. And this is particularly useful in Water Temple, since you can use this to navigate in this out of bounds water that completely surrounds the area, and do some checks that you normally wouldn't be able to. In his case, like we'll see he's going for map chests first. So you see, right now he landed inside the hallway, and that loads it.
I didn't know you could do that. Interesting.
You can also load it by, like, if you fall out of bounds, you can swim back up inside it. But that's the fastest way. Okay, because I didn't know you could do that, and now I like that over the long shot strat, which isn't really a glitch, but... So he's going to get boss key right here, so right away. He's going to be miles ahead. The boss key, apparently, so he's going to be, like, able to go and complete the dungeon, like, right now.
Keymaker working on getting into Water Temple right here.
Perfect. Keep finding Ruto's ladder, the most important item.
Tidu's going to find Boomerang here shortly. I think it was on this side of GGG. These back two chests.
I think it was on the other side.
It's on the other side. Okay. Yeah. He's got a ways to go.
It was definitely in the middle, but I think it was on the other side ones. That was a setup for Don Dotso's side, but it worked, so great. It looked like he did. I didn't know. That looked like he did a mega side hop into equipping the hover boots in order to cross that gap, which I didn't know actually made it.
And this will be Dotso's last medallion, I think.
Yeah.
So he's in a very good position.
So yeah, so he's going to be pretty close to finishing, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, true go mode, because he also has light arrows.
Yeah.
So this is definitely going to be a sub 3 on his end, which is a good time, especially considering some hiccups at the start.
I don't know. 25-minute Ganon's possible.
I mean, it's possible. We did see T2 die to some Iron Knuckles, so maybe Dotso dies to Ganon.
It has to collapse.
I think that's no longer the case. I think now in like this version of Rando, you don't have to do collapse if you die.
Really?
Yeah.
Sure.
Either way, let's be fair. If Dotso did happen to do that, he'd probably just collapse skip.
What am I confirming?
If you die at Ganon, do you still have to collapse?
No, it'll just restart.
Oh. Well,
you don't even have to do Ganondorf either.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, you just start at the beginning of the cutscene.
Suddenly that fight's a lot less stressful.
Yeah.
The shame of having to do collapse after dying to Ganon.
That's the true shame.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's the second true shame. The true shame is using Song of Storms to access bottom of the well.
Arthur getting his scale. Or getting his first scale, so that'll probably... If he knows Mirror Shield's in the... if you know Mirror Shield is at Lake Hylia, then that'll probably prompt him to go do that. Is Dotso gonna go? Is Dotso gonna meme and go look for Hammer? That's what I want to know.
I don't think so, especially without knowing where all the other players are.
How funny would it be if it was in the boss key chest?
Ooh, that would be amazing. You have to open validation chest.
You have to open it. It's by law. It's in the Geneva Convention.
By the way, is Arthur's stream doing some weird stuff on your guys' end?
No.
Okay, cool. So it's just my end.
Yes.
He's endlessly bopping to the first 2 notes of Prelude. It's great.
Oh yeah, that happened to me earlier. You gotta refresh the page.
But it's fun seeing him bob. So that's entertaining. But you know, I probably should actually be seeing what Arthur's doing at the same time.
Come on, Dotso, open the chest.
All he did was mega flip.
No! Open the chest! I want to know!
Have you ever seen the rain?
Okay, Tito just got his boomerang, so that'll put him in go mode. No, he's missing light arrows.
Yeah, and it seems like not even getting the strength 3. That's funny.
And Keymaker looks like he's trying to do the Ocarina dive into water, which he just got here. That's another one that you have to be careful not to cancel too early. If you press like the B button to cancel the Ocarina too soon, you're just going to be halfway through the water and it's not going to work.
He has his long shot, so he can make it to Morpha.
Oh yeah, Keymaker will be fine.
He's not in go mode because he needs light arrows.
And Boomerang too.
No, he has Boomerang. He just got in GTG. Just kidding. I'm looking at Tito. I'm looking at the wrong stream.
Okay.
I was looking at the wrong stream. No, Arthur already has Boomerang. So.
Oh, I was talking about Keymaker.
Oh, Keymaker needs Boomerang still. Yeah. He's gonna get his key right away from here.
Yeah.
Although he may want to try to do the rest of Water Temple just to find Boomerang.
Yeah, we'll see. It might end up being the case that he opts to, I don't know if he's got FW, but he might place FW and then come clear it later. Especially without Iron Boots, you can do it, but it's pretty slow.
Yeah.
So in this case, what he might opt to do is just place FW if he needs to come back here, and just beat Morpha now.
Okay. Arthur, playing Serenade, he's gonna go get his Mirror Shield. Bottle strats.
Why is Ganondorf deflecting the bottle? He's not supposed to.
It's VC.
It's VC, that's probably. Look at all this lack of lag. Oof. Mad jelly.
Yeah.
Look at all these frames. Imagine a Ganondorf fight that's more than 2 frames per second. And Arthur just got his Mirror Shield.
Dotso super sliding into the Ganon cutscene to keep his Master Sword. Keymaker opting to explore... Oh no, he's going straight to the boss. Never mind.
Also starting phase 2 of Ganon, so should be done pretty soon. Meanwhile, T2 looks to be completing Jabu, which will be the last one that he needs to beat. He does not, though, have light arrows, so that would be an interesting one.
And that'll be a GG for Dotso. I mean, we have to interview him?
I mean, we do have to talk about his recommended 0, and I mean, do we have to? But I think a lot of people would like to at least, maybe.
I'm only kidding.
We definitely have to mention the 2 failed attempts at P-Hat Super Slide.
Yeah, so get your questions in chat for Dotso as we wait for them. They're gonna take a breather.
I want to know why. I want to know why he waited so long to get the mirror shield.
Oh, that's terrifying. In the meantime, we see the others are still going about. T2 just working on fast clearing Bear Knights. We see here he's going to go for these Mega Flip to cross this gap. In DDR, you do not need to see Rudo at all in this dungeon. You can just Mega Flip across this gap and then use one of a couple techniques to press down the switch, and that lets you keep the switch pushed down without needing the block. In this case, we see him do a strat which involves a precise roll and precise opening of the door.
And I'm going to bring in Dotso. GG, Dotso.
GG.
On your win.
Hello, thank you.
So let's talk about Sphere Zero Requiem.
Okay, there's a chance you get caught. It's a lot more likely in the daytime.
We definitely appreciate the effort of you going for it. The tragedy of getting caught there was tragic.
What the sucky part was that Requiem was actually Prelude, which is the best case scenario for doing that.
Yeah. No, Requiem was at Song of Storms.
No, I mean I got Prelude from Requiem.
Oh, you got. Oh, okay. So my one question is, why did you wait so long to get the mirror shield?
Okay. I couldn't tell what it was because it was so dark, and it was the backside of it. And I've never seen the backside without it spinning. So I didn't know what it was as a child. I thought it were bombs because it looked round and dark. And that's the only item I could think of that's like round and dark. So I looked again, going to Jabu, and I'm like, oh, that's a tunic. I can just ignore it. I already have a Goron tunic. And then I came back because I remembered somebody posting in the Discord of them seeing what looked like a red rupee on the Colossus Arch, and it turned out to be Mirror Shield. And I'm like, if it's the Mirror Shield and I pull the same stunt, that's going to be really bad.
Yeah, because we were sitting here yelling at you, just like, no, don't. No. So yeah, because I mean, you had probably the most unique item collection route. Was there something that, because it seemed like that you had gotten like all the weird items, like light arrows was definitely in a weird location, and so, but it just came to a point where it was just like, how fast can you clear the dungeons? Because most everyone else had cleared a lot of dungeons by the time you'd gotten into go mode.
Right.
Was there anything that prompted you to dive into Bottom of the Well? Were you reading the logic, or was it just like, I'm here, let me just do it?
It was a time of day thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have had to, I think I was coming from the river, so I would have had to wait to open the gate anyway. So I figured, screw it, I'll just go do Bottom of the Well.
Okay. Because we pieced together, based on what everyone else was doing, that the Ganon's Castle way the hero was going to be Hammer.
Hammer, yep. I found that up.
Yeah. And we were just hoping that Light Arrows was in Bottom of the Well and not like one of the Song of Storms grotto checks.
Oh, yeah.
Because that would have been
hard required hammer.
Yeah.
that hard required hammer for stone fire.
Stone, Baron, Fire.
Yeah, it could have only been one of them too. It could have only been the DMT one because Kokiri was Baron.
Yeah. So
Alright, I should be
more often than not, if Song of Storms ends up being Way of the Hero, it's generally because of Bottom of the Well.
Yeah.
It could also have been Frog Songs too. That was the other one.
The last one, I think I got a hint for that it was nothing, but yeah, it could have been the Rainy Frog.
Yeah, Rain Frog.
Good start. Alright, where is my boomerang? Give it to me.
Where was the long shot?
Chickens.
Nice. The other thing I didn't do.
Also another thing you didn't find, iron boots.
Was at the bottom of Shadow.
Yeah, bottom of Shadow.
I was never going into Shadow.
Yeah, because Shadow was Way of the Hero, and we thought, oh, if we were wondering what was there, and I think Fanta is the only one who actually went there to get iron boots. So of the people on the restream.
Hit him.
Yeah, I never care about iron boots because it's only good for diving in the lab. I don't need them for anything in water except the central pillar, and if it's the central pillar, I'm screwed anyway. So all I really ever care about when water's a medallion is where's the long shot or where are hover boots.
Right.
In this case, that was a concern for some of the runners where they don't have. I think everyone has some way to get to Morpha or beaten it.
Yeah, what
For
prompted
the
you
most
to
part, it seemed there was a mix of long shot, and I think you were the only one on Restream that did hovers, or at least that we saw. We have no idea how Fanta got there.
What prompted you to go to Ice Cavern? Because it didn't seem like that there was a lot of hinting towards that direction.
What was I doing at the time? Oh yeah, I came from GTG, so I was gonna go because I haven't had a long shot yet. That's why I planted the bean in the first place. So, because I've been screwed by that before.
Oh my god!
And with super swimming, it's like it's not even worth it not to do it. So I just planted that on the off chance. So I was gonna go check the lake for my hook shot, and it just worked out that because we can clip through stuff, going from the lake to the domain into ice is really, really fast. And I already knew the fountain was dead, so I didn't care about not having iron boots.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew it could clear the whole thing because I had just gotten a bottle too, I think.
Yeah. You're the only one who on the restream that did poke cutscene skip. Everyone else.
Really?
Yeah, nobody else found a bottle before going to Forest Temple.
Yeah, a lot of the runners ended up going super early into Forest. So a lot of them found that hook shot much sooner than you did. Right. So they ended up going to Forest within an hour or two.
Man, that late hook shot coming in clutch.
Yeah. It kind of sucks because the first hook shot because both hook shots were fairly early. Mm-hmm. But everyone just assumed that the first one was at the Din's Fire Fair, and we were just like, man, that's a disgusting first hook shot. Nope. And then, I don't know, I forget who first did chickens, and we were just like, oh, it was Fanta. Fanta did chickens, and was just like, oh. Well, that makes things...
Alrighty then.
Yeah, well, okay then.
And then there was nothing in Forest Temple. Just a lot of hearts.
Yeah, we were hoping. We originally thought that the Way of the Hero in Kakariko was for the Requiem, in order to get that silver scale for the Mir Shield. But then we ended up finding that it was in the back of. There was another scale in the back of Jabu, so that threw that idea out.
Really?
Yeah, I just assumed it was right.
I'm go mode on a fucking bottle.
He might want iron boots. No, he should basically be done at this point.
Just
do you not have a bottle?
Pipe in for a second. So we had to put Key's audio on Restream because our players do not have clean audio. So I put it down super low. But if anyone heard Key cursing right now, he's like, "What is this fucking bottle? I don't need a bottle." In the background, if anyone heard that, I'm just giggling here. Snarky probably is the one that has his sound on loud. But it was a very appropriate reaction.
Yeah. Yes. Unfortunately, we don't have any of our players that are currently running. Don't have clean audio. Dotso finished too fast. If he could have taken a bit longer, it would have been really nice for Shiro.
Yeah, had to finish so quickly.
Yeah.
Should have given me an
I know,
earlier
and then my
shot.
other clean audio fans already finished anyway. So I mean, between the two of you, I mean, we would have been in this position regardless because you both got one too. So.
So
Oh,
in this
well.
case, the bottle is leading to go mode because you're required to drop a fish in order to access Jabu. So you don't need the bottle like the Rudo's letter in order to get past King Zora. But funnily enough, the main purpose for Rudo's letter can be to have a bottle for a fish,
Yeah.
which I always find personally entertaining.
There's 4 of them, so.
And he does have Rudo's already. Did not go to right side maze, maybe, potentially. While T2 and Arthur have both found out that their light arrows are in bottom of the well. So.
Yeah, Titu's getting ready to dive to bottom of the well, and Arthur's already at the Ganondorf fight. So I imagine Fanta's already finished in second, so I imagine Arthur will come in
yes,
third.
light arrows. Never mind then.
Yeah.
So it's just T2. So, yeah, Dotso, when you found light arrows, all of us were kind of like, what is Way of the Hero for Ganon's castle, and how awful would this be for standard? Because you were the first to find light arrows, and the running bet right now is that it's Hammer and Ganon's castle to go finish Fire for AD for Storms to get the light arrows in well.
Yes. That's the only thing it can be. I have everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping that you would meme and go look for Hammer just for fun, but... Alright, you should have opened up the boss key chest so we can at least see if that was where the hammer was. I was so mad.
If I opened the chest, I would have lost.
I mean, sure, you guys were pretty close
That's how
behind each
close it
other.
was.
Yeah.
The Lord.
Close?
Who cares about winning when you can have information?
Me too. I never win random races.
Well, you won this one.
There we go.
How does it
He
feel?
now has his bottle, so now he is officially in go mode.
I still remember when there was I think it was a DDRC that we played where bottle was required for something, and the only place it was like Hyrule Castle Way the hero for a bottle. It was so ridiculously silly.
And I think it was for Ice Cavern or for Defrosting King Zora.
I think
Which impressively, Dotso went through almost the entirety of Ice Cavern without the bottle.
You don't need one.
I was hoping you're doing that Hess, and the freezers were trolling, and I was kind of sad.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Arthur's gonna get his
which gets you
GG here.
which gets you
He's gonna finish up.
Which gets you
Oh, he's still got second cycle. Spoke too soon.
Which you would not know.
And I guess we can bring him in to talk with him, and then we're gonna be like, so how was your seed? We don't know anything you
And
did.
Fanta's also in chat, by the way.
Say again.
Then we'll have
Fanta's in
Dotso
chat,
and
so-
Arthur in the same chat. Oh boy.
How
The two polar opposites on feelings about the rule set. We'll just say equip swap, and then we'll just
Step
grab
out.
popcorn.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even have been useful in this seed.
So for those in chat that are not aware, we had a poll fairly recently where in order to see if there are changes to the rule set and for the settings that we wanted to do. And so that's currently still in the works. All the poll is in, so we're just going through the data now. Golden. So the results should be out soon, but in order to say
and Arthur just finished.
in order to modify some of the rules that might be used for DDR, currently there aren't a lot of major things that are being examined, but some of the smaller things are currently up for
I
debate.
would
So
have saved so much
Yeah.
time if I had just gotten bridge.
At this
Also,
point,
do you-
I would have been stuck in water.
At this point, I don't suspect any changes to the rule set, but we're going to have another conversation about settings for weeklies.
Probably would not have found.
So-
T2 ran out of magic.
Long shot though. I was gonna do long
Ooh,
shot
that's
checks
rough.
so much earlier. I decided not to.
Yeah, Tidu's having kind of a rough seed. He got stuck in Spirit Temple. He did some sort of bomb push clip past the strength block. And he got it first try the first time he went through, and then he died at Naburu Knuckle. So he had to do it again. And he was there for several minutes trying to get it again.
At least 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I like how I voided twice while I had silver calls.
Yeah. Yeah, why? Did you know that you had...
I
GG.
did. I was thinking about like 14 other things.
We thought you were going for it because it's more fun and it's more swag. And then you failed 2 times and we're like, well, he's just pushing the block now, I guess.
And GG, Arthur.
GG, Arthur.
Hey, thank you, GG's.
So this is gonna be kind of hard because we only started streaming you pretty late into the seed, so we have no idea what you were doing.
I hear though that apparently you had a VC crash. Where did that happen?
Yeah, it happened in Jabu. I had to redo all of GTG, all of Water, and all of Jabu.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's a rough one.
I think it would have come close, but I'm not sure. I don't think I would have won. I would have been close.
Yeah, with that much stuff, it definitely would have been close.
That cannot count as-
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
yeah, I kind of rushed stuff, and then I knew where things were. I just had no idea where the scale was, and I found mine in Boomerang Chest. So, so that was my
Child
go
Spirit.
mode. Child Spirit was another one. Okay.
Yeah.
That was like my next destination. Yeah, I guess if you do Child Spirit, then you can skip all of Jabu. And then I don't know if it was a good thing that I did Forest early. I did all of Forest without having hover boots and without having a bottle, so couldn't do much different than the standard way. I think that loses a lot of time. If you're in go mode for Forest, you can go pretty fast. But other than that, nice gameplay. I think I'm pretty happy with what I did. It was a fast one.
yeah, this
You
seed.
did all of that after a VC like crash. That's amazing.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks. I try to not give up usually. Like I try to think of it as like just keep going and do the thing.
Might as well finish
but yeah.
what you started.
Yeah. So, did you ever get the hint that said? Yeah, you did. What were your first thoughts when you saw Gen's Castle Way the Hero?
Well, I knew it was for light arrows. It wasn't directly for light arrows, but it was. It wasn't required to do everything else, so it was like very fast. I knew it was either hammer or hover boots. At some point, I thought it could be Dins too, and then found Dins in Goron City. So not much. I wasn't too worried about that. It kind of forced me to go do bottom of the well, then found light arrows in bottom of the well, and immediately left because I knew nothing else for progression was out there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was a very strong hint. Besides, like, it feels shit when you read it, and then you realize that the logical implications are pretty strong.
Yeah.
In this case, we're running through them in the restream, and we figured out, and we came up with some items, and as the seed went on, we knocked more and more off until we were getting hammer for all dungeons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So was it hammer?
It's most likely.
Most likely.
Someone found hover boots.
Yeah.
Yes.
Someone from hover bits. Dotson was saying
Okay,
that.
then it's hammer.
Yeah, it's hammer. Hover boots were in the iron boots chest.
I don't know if
Okay.
Fanta, if you ended up finding the hammer in there. I don't know if anyone actually bothered looking for the hammer in Trials, or open validation chest and it was there.
Yeah.
Oh.
The
God, that just to get the health back.
and the iron boots were at the bottom of Shadow Temple. That was the Shadow Way of the Hero hint. I don't know if you
Oh,
ever
there
got
was a
that.
Shadow Way of the Hero. I'd never found
I
that.
never found that either.
Yeah, there was a Shadow Way of the Hero, and we're just like, oh man, this is gonna. I think this seed by logic required you to go to every single major location to get the items you needed.
It did.
Yeah.
Yep.
You were the only one on Restream that went to Shadow Fanta.
Where's
Yeah.
Fenta? I don't think Fenta is anywhere here.
He's in
Yeah,
chat.
Vanta's in chat.
Oh, he's
they
in
don't.
chat?
They didn't
Okay,
have a
sorry.
mic. But I
Sorry,
mean, since
sorry.
we watched the majority of their stream,
Yeah.
still want to
okay.
interact how we can. But yeah, Vanta was the only one to get the iron boots from way the hero shadow, and it was all the way
Oh,
in
yeah.
deep shadow, like in the very, very, very
I
back.
think everyone else must
Yeah.
have found
It was
out.
like
Okay.
next to
People-
DK.
people would've checked it
I mean,
Yeah.
this seed was pretty bad, like as far as where items were and the logic and everything. But I mean, we have top 3 runners finish sub 3, which I think is pretty admirable. I'm really excited to see. I saw some Adato attempting some stuff that I had never considered before, and I thought it was very cool to watch.
You guys really enjoy tricks, right? Like that's what you guys enjoy from DDR.
Hey guys.
Adato,
I enjoy not needing literally all the items in the game to do like things I can do with other items I already have.
but I mean, you say that, but I mean, Dato was trying to do Sphere Zero Requiem, and like just every step along the way that he needed to do it, there was just something that happened that went wrong. So, it was just so.
Am I the last one
And,
still on the stream?
Also, GGT2.
It was me.
GG.
Jeez.
Tito and Fanta, maybe?
I want to say to Tito, I really appreciate the determination to doing that clip in spirit that you were trying to do.
This clip is easy if you hold right.
Oh,
I didn't
we
know
were
right.
actually
I
thinking that, 'cause
forgot
we
to
weren't sure if
write.
you actually still had FW set.
Yeah, it was
At one point, you had set FW in Spirit, and we weren't sure if that was still the case.
Nah, because no, it was not the case at this point. But I was considering, because I have low health, I was considering setting up Pharaoh's Wind before Nabaru.
We
and
wanted
I
you to.
didn't do it. I
Oh,
didn't
we
We
do
had
it.
heart attack in the restream, watching you with 3.5 hearts, just stand right next to Nibiru Knuckle.
Yeah, 'cause we were like yelling at you, like once you got the clip, we were like yelling at you, just like, dude, plan FW, plan FW, plan FW, and you didn't do it. We were like, oh man, I was.
Yeah, it was something, but I was very, very angry.
What
at
clip
the
was
moment,
it?
but, the silver block clip
Oh, yeah.
spirit of the boots.
Yeah, we're using shoes and bombs with no hover boots and not very much equipment at all. I think at that point.
Oh, okay. With the Hess or with the Mega Side Hop?
Not mega side up, but I forgot to all write before doing the mega side up, so it didn't work. And like
Okay.
I lost something like 10 minutes maybe to it. I don't.
Damn.
Yeah.
It was just extra sad though because you got it first try, the first time you went through, and
Yeah.
then the second time it was a struggle.
Yeah, first try and then I couldn't do it again. It was done.
Give me help.
But I think
Give me help.
after that it was pretty okay, but maybe it was kind of difficult with a Sunsong for the Kukos to find long shots, but
Yeah, that was a shocker to us, because I think almost everyone, on the restream got their first hook shot at Din's Fire, and then we were like, okay, well, and then Dato found hover boots and ice cavern, and we're like, man, if that's if that's where people have to go in order to do Morpha, this is going to be a really long seed for some people. And then I think it was Fanta who did chickens like really late into the seed and got the long shot, and we were just like, oh, that makes much more sense.
yeah.
Oh, this does refill your health. That's good.
Yeah, I didn't do ice because I did the maximum things in
Yeah, same,
logic
well, non
to
range.
find the progression. And I was hoping to find long shot actually, but
I didn't slow it down enough to see.
Yeah, and I think the biggest confirmation was Dotso was the first one to find light arrows in bottom of the well. That was sort of the confirmation of like, yeah, this is a really bad seed.
yeah.
For standard, at least, this would be a really bad scene.
Yeah,
It's
Flame
nice. It's
Hero.
nice to see. It's nice to see Ganon's castle with the hero.
Yeah, I've
Like
never.
I did a seed yesterday with Wooly and Amala, and we got it too for a strength 3 for light arrows. It was pretty hilarious.
So, did you
Like 2 days in a row, 2 Galen's Castle Wolf.
That's funny. I never see it. I had to like double take it. I'm like, did that really say what I think it said?
And
My-
it was. It's funny because yesterday on my seed I got it in the exact same place. The int. Okay, I was very confused. It's the same place than yesterday. That's very funny.
I've gotten in one seed. I've gotten both outside of Ganon's Castle was Baron and Ganon's Castle was Baron, and I was so mad because it was like those were like the 2 most useless Baron ends you could have given me.
Yeah.
You know, barren wasteland. Oof.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you guys have fun. Thank you so much for everything, and see you next time.
Yes.
Thank you, Arthur.
Thank you, Arthur.
Ciao, ciao.
I'm kind of hungry, so I will do the same.
All right. Thank you for joining us,
Okay.
Tito.
Thanks, Tito. Bye.
Thanks for the stream. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. I guess we can sit.
Alright.
Do we want to wait for
He's
Keymaker to
almost
finish up?
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keymaker
How's it
just
feel
had
to be... Oh, wait,
phase
go
2
ahead.
left,
hmm
or maybe. Okay, so yeah, so Keymaker just has the last little bit for phase 2, and then we can see. We can probably bring him for commentary, maybe.
Yep.
And then a little bit to see. Do we have any other questions for Fanta? I don't know. There are large portions of the stream that we unfortunately weren't able to see on Fanta's side, but
I mean, the biggest question that came up was where was the Water Temple boss key? Because it was like Fanta stream came in like right as he was in Water Temple, and then it cut out, and then all of a sudden he was at Morphin. We're like, where was the boss key?
Map.
Yeah, it was map. We figured that out because that was going to be a huge determination for people who had if Iron Boots was needed or not. Because Fanta was the only one on the restreams that had gotten Iron Boots.
we knew it was fast though, based on the internet didn't cut out that long, and suddenly more of us were like, well, whatever it is, it's fast.
It was like right at that point we're like, wait, chickens have something? What did chickens have?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then we're like, wait, where did this long shot come from? Where did irons come from?
Yeah, people in chat were just like, oh yeah, Fanta found long shot. Like, where?
Suddenly items happened.
Yeah. Great.
All right.
And I'm gonna bring in Key and GG's.
GG Keymaker.
Sure, that's certainly a response to the seed.
You're welcome.
Classic Shiro seed.
It is.
Classic.
You're welcome.
I
Well,
love
I hope
that
you
logic.
enjoyed.
No, I didn't. No, I did not.
I did my job then.
Yeah, I got so annoyed to the point where I just started throwing myself a bridge mega flip, which I haven't done in 5 years.
Oh wow.
I did see you were doing the super old mega flip strat.
Yeah. I don't like the hook shot extension strat.
Yeah, hookshot extension could be finicky. It's finicky for me. You were on the restream. You were the second person to get light arrows.
So yeah, light arrows was a revelation. I was originally going to start and dip bottom of the well in my opening, and then I was like, nah. I was gonna blank A and would have gotten it immediately.
Yeah, the
The light arrow garbage was the light arrow logic was garbage though.
Yeah, you found the hint that said Ganon's Castle's way the hero.
Yeah, so I got confused by that for a little bit. I thought at first it meant the fairy fountain that's there. I wasn't sure whether or not that fell into Ganon's Castle or not, and obviously I checked it and it was dead. But when I hit light arrows, it was like, oh, okay. So I'm like 99% sure it's Din's Fire in Ganon's Castle, and then Megaton Hammer in Shadow.
Nope. Hammer
Nope.
in Castle. James was in Goron City, and Hovers were in Ice Cavern.
Yeah, you thought that the way of the hero was actually for the bomb bag, but that's not the case. You could get the 30 bomb bag.
No, I knew it wasn't for the bomb bag. I thought it was either for Requiem or Eponus. They were both
Those
in deck. What's that?
Oh, for the Goron City one?
No, for the Cackway of the Hero.
Yeah,
The Goron. What did I have written down for Goron City Way of the Hero? Let's see.
You got
I had
Jins and a bomb
Slingshot.
bag in there.
I had Slingshot for Decade.
Oh,
Oh,
You
yeah.
got that in there as well.
Yeah, I
where was
forget
where was Dins? Was it in the the Megaton Hammer check in the
Yep.
back left?
yep.
Leftmost.
Okay. One day I'll learn to Hess consistently and do that check more often.
I did it with a head.
Yep, I knew it.
So wait, I guess you can lift the blocks with silver gauntlets. Okay.
Yeah, you could. I should have done that. I forgot I had
Yeah.
it.
Well, no, because I started going down the path of, well, wait a second, if Hammer was in Ganon's castle, does that mean you need it to get Din's Fire for Shadow? But
No.
then I realized
You had
that,
Silver
yeah.
Gauntlets.
which that would have been possible because Iron Boots were in Water or Shadow Temple.
Yeah. Oh, so you guys hit Hover Boots. I'm guessing you skipped Slungshot then.
Yeah, I never found the launch pad.
Yeah.
It was second one was on Cack Chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I like how
I-
everyone
I was
says that
amused
that's
by
the
that.
second one when it's actually the first.
That's probably the first one.
Where was I forget where the other one was. The first
Din's
one I
Fire.
Fire.
Oh yeah, I was so happy to hit that.
Yeah,
I
that
was
one
so
was,
proud of the opening that I did that let me do that check super earlier than I normally would.
yeah, that was whenever there was. I think it was you who it was either Fanta or you who found it first.
Yeah,
I
I
think
figured no one else would check that for a while. Most people do.
I definitely found it last.
Yeah.
two
Oh,
2
so
hours.
did you do chickens early?
No.
Oh, you had 2 hours.
The item that was holding Dotso back was Hookshot.
Oh my goodness.
And then Mirror Shield because I didn't recognize it.
Yeah, he almost missed Mirror Shield because he couldn't see the item.
I
we were
mean,
very
that's-
afraid. Dotso went, looked at Mirror Shield, didn't pick it up, then went into Jabu and started doing checks, and we're like,
And then
yeah.
he got Gold Scale and Jabu, and then went back for lab diving, and we were like, hopefully he finds.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to check Rudos for a long time. Normally I do an opening that lets me check it super early, and I did something different this time. And of course I get punished for it. Yeah. I love that my go mode item though was any bottle.
literally any bottle. It was amazing.
I had everything I needed except the ability to get into Jabu. So I
Your
was about
reaction
to
was pretty
leave.
good too.
I was about to leave GTG,
Hmm.
and then I was like, "Wait, no, stop, abort."
Right side. 2 bottles.
Finished it off. I only found the Rudos letter one that I left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think Dotso found that bottle and was able to use that the extra bottle for Poe cutscene skip in Forest. So
Yeah, but then Boss Key was super late, wasn't it?
Okay.
So did you just deal with it?
I literally was fighting Stalfos and I'm like, I could do jungle jump. I have the bottles for it,
Uh-huh.
but I really don't. I don't want to take that amount of effort. And then it
Yeah.
would
But
take
it's
me
not-
like 5 minutes.
I was when I found Boss Key, I was like, "Oh, jungle jump was super
Yep.
risky, but super good." The problem is, if you failed it, you'd have to redo the Poe cutscene skip if you wanted to retry it.
Yeah, exactly.
That would have been amazing, though.
See, we do things for the swag strats, not for the time game.
If I'm safe.
Pretty much.
Yes.
for
That's
the
what I-
viewers in chat who might not know, Jungle Jump is a relatively new strat that lets you access the bow chest earlier than you're supposed to, using some pretty insane strats. But as Dots was saying, I think it saves like 5 minutes if you do it perfectly first try. But
No, it saves a minute.
okay, in this case, it would save you more.
It saves a minute versus just beelining to the bow chest. But it's rando, so you have to you're checking everything else. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would have had to have known ahead of time that was Boss Key, and then the rest of Forest was barren.
Well, the thing is too that I think if you go in with a bow, I think it's actually worth it to do it if you can do it consistently, because then you can do the dungeon backwards, which I think is a lot faster.
Especially if you don't have hover boots, probably yeah. Because I had to do the block puzzle, whereas if you have hover boots, you can skip them. So it's way faster for that. So actually, do you need hover boots to do jungle jump? I don't even remember. To clip out of bounds, or can you just mega flip?
No, actually you do, because it's EPG, but you can't.
Oh
do
yeah,
long.
yeah, yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, so it's an EPG bomb push into death, a hookshot jump. Like, confluence of 7 different glitches.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Good
Dotso,
call.
when's that hookshot list, hover boots list, Morpha strat?
It doesn't work. I tried yesterday.
Oh, feels bad, man.
I thought the bottoms of the like little middle floor parts were more slanted than they actually are.
So that seems to be a trick for next time. So today, Datsu, your showcase was Retro. Next time, we're going to showcase you to do jungle jump.
Okay, can we start with bow, bombs, hover boots, and a bottle?
I will try to work it out with Randobot ahead of time. We'll see if we can make that happen. I'll do my
mean,
best.
If just
all the
all of
items-
those could be in Mido cells, that'd be great.
I mean, if all the items standard is going to be starting with next season, not unreasonable.
Oh, the shots.
Shot.
Sorry, not sorry.
All right. I'm just gonna try and wrap this up. We have a Wind Waker Randomizer Spoiler Like tournament race coming up in a half hour. But GG's to all 5 of our runners, because we did watch most of Fanta's stream, and then swapped in Arthur. And GG Dotso on your win. Welcome back to Rando and DDR. Thank you very much to our commentators, Golden and Dobby. You guys did amazing on educating our chat on the swag strats. So definitely appreciate it. And of course, we cannot have Restream without our 4 trackers. I'll ignore myself, but Kasinja, Tomotalk, and of course Snarky, another DDR player, thank you very much for tracking today. And if everyone would like to join any of these races at any point in time, we do race every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. May or may not be changing the time in the future. At one point it used to be 9 a.m., but some people like to sleep. So we'll see how that goes. But again, the Dungeon Door rule set, Dungeon Door requirement rule set was just linked, and feel free to join the Discord and come chat with us if you're interested in learning in any of these tricks and glitches, because they certainly are very fun to do. Any final thoughts before we go raid Axe, who is almost in go mode? I think she's just finishing Jabu, so we'll send her off to finish successfully. I know she was very worried about being on Restream, but definitely still want to send her some love for finishing this very interesting seed.
That's a word.
That's a word for it, yep.
Sorry! Not sorry, though.
I think we'll remind people that if they're looking to join, we do have a subcategory in the OTR Discord. You can check out DDR discussion if you have any questions for tricks or want to learn anything. You can usually find people there who are willing to chat and help you.
And also that you don't need to know every trick in the game to start running DDR, since we're glitchless logic. So you can just kind of join and learn as you go.
That's a good point too.
Yes. Alright, with that, no poking it and not torture them. I just gave them a seed of standard quality. So, with that, hope everyone enjoyed Restream, and we'll see y'all next time. Send some love to Axe.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone for stopping by.